Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Runelord Legacy. I'm your host with the most, your GM, Jared. And yes, we are currently playing in Rise of the Runelords, but the caveat is it's in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Rise of the Runelords was originally created for Pathfinder 1st Edition. So if you see some of the rules are kind of different, some of the things seem a bit different, some of the monsters aren't exactly the monsters you remember, it's because we are converting it to slowly and surely to Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Now, with all that out the way, I'm going to throw it over to my amazing cast who get to play this with me. And normally I start the day with Dawn, but Dawn is out today, and that's okay. She usually plays next in the Stitch Witch. So I'm going to toss it over to the amazing Becca. How are you doing this morning, Becca?
I am fantastic. Thank you so much, Jared. I'm so excited, but also incredibly nervous. Playing Rain, the LC Smoose. I am a little concerned about this transformation that I'm going through. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. And you know what? Who has never wanted to be kind of a partial dragon before in their life? So living my best dreams here.
And I am Ari. I'm playing the Elven cleric of the group, Scarlet, which, as usual, is trying to improvise her way into battles and do whatever she can. And it seems that these days her signature move is to sting people very viciously at the most vicious points in their anatomy. So we'll see if that happens again today.
Whoa. I think maybe Ari is underestimating herself. I think we'd like to point out that Ari has kind of taken it upon themselves to sting people into alternate dimensions, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, just saying that critical hit that teleported some poor schmuck into another realm was a whole thing.
Which almost took Jack with him.
Almost took Jack with him. Oh, poor Jack. He's living. He's still alive, guys.
Yeah.
And hi, guys. My name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here so many times. And I play the role of both the puppeteer trapmaker Malvolo and his puppet Collodi, the sassy wooden puppet. Yeah, that's me. Hi.
Thank you, Michael. And thank you to everyone. So yes. Now, normally this would be the moment in my spiel, my opener, where I explain how donations work, but there's something very special going on, and that is Michael is trying to do something crazy and amazing, and we support crazy and amazing. So for this game, all donations are actually going, you'll see at the bottom of the map screen. We're trying to get Michael's face on a giant mural, and if you haven't seen it, there's an amazing company out there that does a lot of YouTube videos, Dungeons and Dragons. It's very meta. It's called Viva La Dirt League, and we're trying to get Michael's face on this giant mural. So all donations are going straight to that. So if you have a chance, please donate. Now the donations still affect us as normal. So for different prices, you will get a different award or an ability happen. So for $5 donation, you can award a hero point, which is like a reroll to anyone, or to me, the GM, and that's a jinx point, and then I get to force my players to reroll. Scarlet has a lot of those rerolls, so I'm gonna have to start forcing her to reroll stuff. For $10, you can award someone a sin boon. I have 2 of them floating around my head, and they're really cool symbols. Basically, they're magical stuff that happens. And it's kind of like a free, like, hey, let's talk about how we can make this magic happen. And it's really fun. For $20, you can grant a GM or a player a natural 20, and we all currently have one, so that's pretty awesome. Those are going to come into play very soon. And for the mighty donation of $50, and that's a lot of money, so we appreciate you if you do donate. A wandering NPC or a custom magic item enters into the game. We've had a few of those happen. We've had some really cool NPCs that stuck with us and have come back a few times. So that's always really fun. And yeah, that is the donation part. I want to give a huge shout out if you haven't done it. All of our miniatures are done by Michael and through the Hero Forge machine, and that just so happens to be a sponsor of ours, Hero Forge. So I wish I had like one of those catchy like jingles from the radio that you would hear, like Hero Forge, dun, 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 get your miniature done here or something. But sadly, I don't have one of those. For Sirenscape, for the really cool music that we will have going, that Michael takes care of, and it's really cool and fun, dope music. And for, of course, Fantasy Grounds for helping us run this virtual tabletop, and I get to play with people from literally all over the world, and that's freaking awesome. With all that being said, why don't I jump into why we have giants and dragons fighting? Yes, good. So if you're just catching up with us, the party is trying to defend Sandpoint. Sandpoint was the home of the heroes, the Runies. This is where it all began. The heroes started here. This is where they came up from. This is where Rain met Hannah and saved the Pug. This is where Marvolo became an outlaw and a criminal mastermind. But also it was just all fake, and Baylor just has beef with Marvolo. Scarlet came in a little later, but Scarlet's been making friends here. She got like a little platoon of knights that have started defending her. So that's pretty fun. So Sandpoint, this is kind of like the home for everyone. They were adventuring back and they found out some stone giants decided that it was time for a raid. As the stone giants started attacking, Marvolo and Nexon had planted a number of traps, allowing the people of Sandpoint to defend even better than they would have just by themselves with pitchforks and torches. While they're defending, the heroes are fighting off giants one by one, defending the walls. Suddenly, Marvolo saw a caravan of giants heading down, like a ship of giants heading down. Marvolo jumped into the water heroically, not worrying about dysentery or any kind of waterborne parasite, and just was able to force these rafts to be fall apart using his crafting abilities. A few of the giants survived, made landfall. As they're fighting, a dragon came. They're fighting, the dragons fighting against the party. Nexon figures out, hey, there's some kind of magic going on here, man. Something weird's happening. There's a lot of elemental powers fluctuating. Nexon breaks the spell that is on the dragon. As the spell breaks, because dragons are very connected to the elemental planes, and Rain is additionally very connected to the elemental planes, and being very close to a creature of that magnitude, the elements went wild, and Rain started to become a conduit for these elemental magics, forcing her to become a bit more draconic. And you'll see at the bottom of the screen, that was created by our lovely Becca. That's her Alcise with draconic abilities, and it's freaking awesome. As that's going on, in the back, we have Scarlet trying to defend the knights defending her. She's sending out bees, stinging people in the nipple. Scarlet, that was rude. Orgbus got stung in the nipple and became enraged, chasing after Scarlet. While that is going on, Marvolo and Rain and the dragon, now freed. Rain kind of befriended the best you can a wild dragon, and then decided to, and this was like one of the coolest parts I think I've ever heard. Rain decided to pick up a stone giant and hurl it at another stone giant, and that was freaking epic. So that is what's going on. They're fighting on a bridge that's been exploded due to Marvolo's magic, and by magic I mean just natural explosives. That's what he does, and he does very well. And yeah, that is where we are picking up. We pick up at the top of initiative. Right, so we're at the top, and the top of initiative is Rain. So Rain, you're flowing with that draconic energy. You still have 2 more rounds of control, because remember we were making those rolls. You critically succeeded, and now you still have 2 more full rounds of full control over yourself. What would you like to do? There's a stone giant in front of you being grumpy, and a dragon to your left.
Even though I understand being grumpy from time to time, I don't want that kind of energy around me right now. So I'm going to go for that. Yes. I would love to also have the map, and then I can target them.
I will try. I'll do my best to get you a map. Bon, you should now have the map. I
have a map. Perfect. And I see everything.
Knowledge is power.
I feel very powerful right now. This is true.
You should. You freaking hit a stone giant with a stone giant.
You know, that's what one does naturally in these situations. You take the resources that have been gifted to you and you make it work. I'm a thrifter, okay? So on this, I've got the stone giant in front of me. I'm just going to go in with my scythe at this point, just attacking it to the best of my ability on my turn.
Yeah, go for it.
Also because oh no!
Well, that's a hell of a start. Also, real
That's
quick,
usually
while we're processing what has just happened, we have received $25 from none other than the incredible Hester TM, which has given 1 hero point to Rain and a nat 20 to Malvolo. So thank you, Hester.
Thank you very much.
Can I use that hero point right away?
Yes, you may use that hero point right away.
Thank you for the hero point. It's like you knew that this would be a bad start for me. How did you know?
Yeah, Hester has he's from 10 minutes in the future. He's like, oh, it's all going to be bad. Yes.
They are going to need this.
But that's not as bad as a 1. That was on a 17 for a second on my screen.
I know.
And then it was
I almost misread the 7 as a 1. They look very similar.
Yeah.
I'll take the miss. At least it's not critical.
Yes. So, obviously fighting with this primal energy, something new, you kind of like start swiping very aggressively, a little bit different than your normal style of fighting. So you take that 1 miss, you still have 2 more actions. You cast a spell, move, hit a giant with a giant. I feel like that's a meme somewhere. I definitely saw a meme where like someone was hitting someone with someone else.
It feels like the best thing to do in most of these situations. Yeah. Yes.
For those of you in the older gamer category, in D&D 3.5, there was actually a feat that you used to be able to take called Throw Ally and Throw Foe, and there was actually a combination of feats you could take so that you specialized in grappling people and then beating other people with the person you've got grappled. It was hilarious. It was one of the funniest things you could do.
I don't know if I really like that you called us older gamers.
No, I didn't say. I was just I was just implying that we are 20 years now into Pathfinder First Edition. That we went into the other edition, so we're technically looking at like almost 25 years since that edition was around, and that's quite some time. There are some people I roleplay with that weren't born yet.
Gamers of certain
Keep going. Let's not focus on my age.
Sure. Okay.
Just yep. Thank you.
You know, I'm going to cast Produce Flame for my last 2 actions. I'm going to try to blow this thing up.
Right.
As one does.
Yes.
I don't know if stone is susceptible to fire damage, but I think the clothing they're wearing would be.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely need you to do me a solid, right?
Yes.
So you can do me this favor. You're gonna roll a D20, right? But you're using a caster ability. This isn't you casting the spell. This is you casting with all this primal energy flowing through you. And it just so happens it's a red dragon. So I want to see what happens here.
Okay.
So you're rolling it with your wisdom, which is the +5, right?
Okay. That sounds right. I agree. A 19 then.
19. Yep, exactly. Okay. So Rain, a few things are going to happen. As Rain reaches into herself with this primal force, and you kind of Dragon Ball style pick up your hand and you start to create this flame, you start to sap energy, like the heat from around you, and everything starts to crystallize. Ice starts to form as you're actually pulling in like the kinetic energy around you to create this larger flame. As you hurl it, you realize, oh, it was way too powerful. Like you definitely like you thought you were shooting like a slingshot, and then in reality you picked up a bazooka, and you were like, oh, I forgot I traded my weapons out. So you fired off basically what amounts to a fireball. So as per the fireball spell, I have to make a bunch of saves. You don't actually have to roll to hit. It's on me to make saves. So that is going to be interesting. Now this is just chaotic, right? Like, so it's just you're unloading a lot of damage in your area. It's a basic reflex save for my enemies against your save. Normally the machine does this for me, but because you didn't take the fireball spell, I'm just gonna start rolling it. It's super easy. No.
Next time I'll take the fireball spell.
Yeah, next.
Next time.
It's fine. Next. Don't worry about it.
I'm just doing a very up close Kamehameha.
Yeah, that's literally what you're doing. You're
As
just like,
best
yeah,
as
this
I
is this. You're like, yeah, I'm about to 16 definitely doesn't beat yours. Young red dragon, you should be fine. Also, the red dragon is immune to fire, but still, yeah, it's gonna be fine.
Good.
Roll 66.
66?
Yes.
Ah! Oh, that's a couple of ones, but 15.
15, not bad. All right. So this is just a bit of a tangent on my end. So I never enjoyed math. Math makes the world go round. Language of the universe. I know that. And I love playing Pathfinder, and it's all math, right? Like it's just all math. And I'm like sitting here. I'm like, okay, 96 plus 15, the 15 divided by half for the people who save.
Carry the 2.
Yeah,
and the square root of that.
Yep.
Yes.
So, Guard Jack takes 7 points of fire damage. But around you in a 20-foot radius, Marvolo, what you see is kind of like around Rain, like the air starts to shimmer like on a very cold day. And you just see her absorb all this fire energy into herself. And then it kind of explodes out from her. There's frost on the ground all around you. Some of the water near the coastline has iced up. It's not solid ice, right? Like it's just like a nice level of ice. But yeah, so you nuked a little bit around you. The flame dragon is obviously impervious to that. But it is my dragons go.
Malvolo just says, I think she's angry.
Dragon is actually, as the dragon does, is in the air, and it's gonna fly up to the big guy, the general that is in this area. And as it flies up, it's 2 actions, and then it's gonna draw attack. It's gonna bite out, and it hits. It's very angry right now. 27 points of damage to the general as he yells in anger. That like his pet is attacking him. Nexon's going to do what Nexon does, and she is going to I wish I could say it in her voice, but we've all heard her say this. Fate is on your side, and she's going to cast guidance on Scarlet and her nudge Fate on Kalodi. So,
oh yeah, you hear that? Fate's on my side, you giant balding sack of potatoes. I say that at the hill giant as Kalodi's like, what's up? Huh? You don't want none of this.
It is Kalodi Marvolo's turn. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's just. Where's Malvolo? What are you doing? You're on a bridge that's broken.
Yep.
Rain, you okay? Rain?
What?
You okay?
She just kind of turns around and her eyes are probably starting to glow a little bit more.
Never mind. I'm gonna stay right here. I'm definitely not getting close to the exploding moose. I'm gonna use.
I'm not the one exploding. Let's be clear on this, Kalodi. One to talk, okay?
Look. So yes, I'm gonna spend one action overloading Kalodi, and then I'm gonna use 2 actions. Look, I've got 1 hammer in my bag, okay, and everything just looks like a nail. Carpenter pun.
Just saying, you can't be like, I don't want to be around exploding people, and you yourself explode. It's a little.
I don't explode. My puppet explodes. Malvolo, however, is like he's like rice paper. Okay, like just if I get wet, I die. So
this is on you. You built him.
That's true.
You did this to yourself.
I did.
I did
do this to myself. All right. So a couple of things. First of all, a very big shout out and thank you to our friend, the Antipodian D20, a wonderful streamer friend and Facebook content creator from Adelaide. Thank you for the $10. Please let us know where you would like to allocate your lovely donation to our stream. All the information is below. And I'm going to, by overloading Kalodi and ripping on my chainsaw that Kalodi has for an arm, I'm going to rip apart this giant. Maybe.
Try it.
I'm gonna
I
try.
believe in you.
All right, here we go. Oh, you! That is the second time that 17 has just not wanted. You know what? I'm gonna burn my hero point. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yes.
Do it.
I'm gonna burn that hero point. I don't want it. I mean, I want the hero point, but I don't want that. Okay, here we go. Come on. All right. What?
I mean, I shouldn't be laughing because you're on my side, but wow.
I'm gonna burn my nat 20. I'm gonna take my nat 20. I'm just gonna crit this thing. Thank you for the nat 20, by the way, Hester.
Thank you.
It's almost as if you knew. Oh wait, no, I got an inspiration. I'm gonna use my inspiration first. Ah, thank you, Cobra. Oh, you are wonderful. Okay, come on, get the car. Yay!
Hey!
Jesus. There it is. All right. So Kalodi strikes at this large hill giant, plunging this ripping electric sword chainsaw into the body of the hill giant for 27 damage. All right. And I'm going to use my second action to do it again. This time with a backhand.
There it is.
As Kalodi, because Kalodi is a wooden puppet, he pulls out the blade and then just rotates 360 degrees, like almost like a spinning top, and just sort of and tries to just chop him up as he takes 21 damage. How are you not dead?
He's very close. They are very meaty.
All right, and at this point,
All that fat.
yeah, no, it's just all like fat and muscle.
It's
all
just
right,
blubber.
I'm probably not gonna hit, but I'm gonna give it a go. With his last action, Kalodi is going to like now that he's in a spin, he's gonna immediately stop the spin. His legs kind of rotate to kind of compensate, and as it does, he then swings downwards in an arc to try and hit this this giant in the shoulder. Come on! Oh, there's that 17.
There it is.
That's the third hit. Freaking die! What? How?
I cannot explain to you how close you are at killing him. He's not. He is literally 1 point away from single digits.
Oh. All right, well, Kalodi has definitely unleashed a dervish of attacks. His chainsaw is basically creating this flurry of lightning and blades, and as he sort of stepped back, he's like, okay, you're pretty tough, I'll give you that, because that was everything I had in the tank, and the pocket of lint. I mean, yeah, you're okay. Gods, you want to help me out here? He says, like, looking at the two guys behind the giant, like, Come on. Little
They're
help,
like,
please.
They're like, yeah, you got this. Don't worry. Hero standpoint.
And the Antipodian D20 has given 2 hero points to Rain.
Ooh, nice.
Is it because I've not been rolling well?
Also, yes.
I acknowledge my shortcomings and thank you for the help.
Okay. So, the skeletal giants that had been summoned by Marvolo using your runestone move up. Both of them move up, and the third one is going to.
Wait, is there a third one?
Oh, the second one. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Surprise!
Where's the third one? Oh my god.
There's always a third.
There's always a third one.
There's always a bigger skeleton.
And it will hit.
You kill stealing sack of bones.
Come on. When you kill it, you're the one that gets the XP, so you don't get any of the XP in this case.
You gotta be kidding me. I believe that might have did that. No. Oh, he's still up. Oh man, he's so close.
He's gonna be pretty mutilated. This is gonna be a very disgusting being right now.
It's very gross.
He definitely does. I definitely basically like blendered most of him.
Yeah. It's gross. So my Stone Gia is gonna go standing in front of Rain, having just witnessed Rain kind of like explode into this force. Stone Gia is going to use the big swing ability that it has. For 2 actions, the Stone Giant makes a great club strike. The target is then thrown 20 feet.
Oh gosh.
If the target, and with a critical hit, it would be 40 feet. If the target collides with a solid object or lands on the ground, it takes bludgeoning damage as though it had fallen the distance it moved.
Okay, just as a precursor, if I get hit and I now become a projectile through the air, could I perhaps in my fall kill Orgblus?
Yes. We'll see what happens.
I mean, I'm looking for a silver lining out of all of this. I'm going to be the killer.
I think Nemo has given us a very beautiful visual aid, saying that this is basically the Skyrim yeet.
Yes. That's exactly what this is.
Yes.
Right. 2 full actions. Hits you.
Oh.
And as he hits you, dealing 25 points of damage to Rain, he will then just kind of like golf swing. So he like knocks you up, hits your chin, you go flying back 40 feet. So let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 20 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, it gets you to Marvolo, basically, like right there. And then
do I have to dodge?
Rain does no. If it had been the 40, yes. And Rain would have flown across that bridge. It would have been all over. So a critical hit would have gotten Rain across the bridge. Rain slams on the ground, taking one right to the chin. And
are you okay? I've got to stop asking. I'm sorry. It's just
snort. Steam comes out of her face.
And then Stone Gia then kind of wiggles their butt and takes their club back and then just hits the ground, knocking dirt. And this is going to be their rock hurl over at. Let's actually see. Hold on. I'm going to roll a d4. 1, 2 is Rain. 3, 4 is Marvolo.
Please no.
1, 2 is Rain. So he's going to.
Honestly, I'm just glad it's not Jack.
Actually, speaking of Jack, I mean, look. In Pathfinder 2nd Edition, attacks of opportunity have kind of become a thing of the past, but only fighters and specialists know how to do it.
Jack has it.
Does Jack get an attack of opportunity because he's using a ranged attack?
Jack will, but I'm going to burn one of my jinx points and re-roll that ranged attack on Rain. Because I really want to.
It's like a game of dodgeball.
Oh, come on!
Yeah,
it was the exact same thing twice. I'll take it. All right, yes. But Jack is gonna swing his blade, burn his reaction, and let's see how Jack does. Jack has been fighting side to side with Rain this whole time.
Yes.
It's
because I promised him a retirement cake.
You did. Oh, he hits.
Yes!
Go, Jack!
Jack!
11 points of damage. The stone giant, like, realizing that Jack was there, right? Like, Jack had fallen off the radar of, like, enemies at this point. It's just like, yeah.
Mhm.
And now the stone giant, like, just wails into him. Our stone giant general, Terracontis, now goes. Terracontis looks at this dragon, this annoying creature, annoyed, upset at it. I'm going to burn my natural 20 on a melee fist attack on the red dragon.
Oh, damn. NPC nat 20 off.
And it has a plus 22, so that's a plus 40. 3 to hit. So I'm just going to roll. Yeah, that is a 79. That will hit the dragon.
Pick a number between 1 to 5.
5. We'll go 5.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bludgeoning damage?
Yes.
Okay. Bludgeoning damage. Ooh, this is actually quite good. Overwhelming smash. As Terracontis raises up what looks to be this rather nasty-looking fist, stones and granite begin to fall from the knuckles of this creature. As it sort of swings upwards, you can kind of hear the tearing of the air and wind as the velocity of this giant stone fist then collides with the scales. Originally, you hear the sounds of this thunderous clap and think that the hide as thick as plate armor has managed to absorb the damage from this giant's fist. As it does, however, you see and hear the sound of rain, like steel falling and hitting the ground. Scales begin to fall from the side of the dragon as Terracontis does triple damage.
Triple damage.
Indeed.
That's a lot.
So I have to roll another.
So roll another
2D.
Just roll another attack, a lot of damage straight up.
So the 2d8s. Alright. 54.
Did you drop that on the dragon? Yeah, I did. Well, no, that didn't. No, you just dropped.
Oh,
the
it didn't
dice.
drop on the dragon?
Yeah, no. I think you need to drop the damage itself on the dragon.
Got it. There we go. There it is. All right.
Go.
Yeah. So, yeah, this dragon went from a lot of hit points to a lot of not having hit points. That was only a single attack. Terracontis, seeing the dragon kind of take a brutal beating like that, then pulls their fist back and is now going to use their big swing action for 2 actions. And is just going to try and punch this dragon at the party. It'll hit. So it's just another big swing. 20 feet back. So, sorry.
Also, really quickly, DM Stretch has redeemed inspiration for Rain.
Ooh.
Yes. Make me more dangerous.
Yeah, Rain has now become quite dangerous. P for prone. Oh, I put down the wrong person. I failed myself.
Terracontis puts his back too heavy into it, and as he sees the dragon flying, he falls on his ass.
I have to visit a chiropractor after this.
Yeah, he slipped the disc. Said dragon then falls prone as it just slams into the ground. And its head like hits and it flops over and it makes eye contact with like Rain and Marvolo, and you could see this thing, it starts to cough and what like steaming very viscous, like blood. It's, very dark red, just kind of pours out of its mouth and out of its nose, as it's just taking a brutal beating. My guards go, and my guards are going to attack the giant that is right in front of Kalodi. Oh, critical failure. That's no good.
Dilk.
All right. What is the number between 1 to 5 that you pick for this poor sap?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And he is using a melee weapon. As he swings with his mighty bastard sword, the sword manages to kind of get caught as the giant ogre steps backwards. It causes the guard to suddenly reel, and as he does, the wood from underneath him slips and he falls prone.
Oh, guard, not like this. We knew you well, sadly. But it's Scarlet's turn. Scarlet, you see this Orgbus bleeding, massive cuts, organs every which way. And then across the way, you just heard a massive, thunderous sound. And you see the young dragon that was in the air flying is now laying on the ground, flopping its wings helplessly, as its mangled body is just can't control itself. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna use Chilling Darkness on Orgbus.
Ooh. So, you just kind of reach into yourself, you pull out this coldness, and he's gonna be sad. Doesn't want this to happen. That's a hit.
No.
16 points of damage. Oh, I rolled on the wrong person. Oops. But that will kill Orgbus.
I was gonna say.
Sorry.
I was gonna say.
Orgbus has fallen to the chilling darkness. What does that look like, Scarlet?
It's a darkness that takes the shape of a gimp costume. And and then suffocates him before evaporating.
Okay.
Well, you know what they say, better to overkill than underkill. Yeesh.
Yeah. So as the poor Orgbus gets in and covered by this gimp suit, and it just no more. He falls to the ground dead. Scarlet, you still have one more action. What would you like to do?
Let me see. I'm gonna sting Stangea.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is gonna crit, and it's gonna disappear my enemy.
Quick question: do stone giants have nipples?
You know what? I've seen the artwork. And all of them had their chest covered, so I'm gonna say yes. Why would you I'm not sure.
Just curious. I didn't know.
Maybe.
No, they have pebbles.
They have pebbles. Oh, it saves half damage. Yes, doesn't disappear into oblivion. And then they constantly take mental damage. As where were you trying to sting said creature?
I'm gonna sting him in between like the nail and the finger.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. You know pain. You know
Wow.
pain.
Why do I feel at some point or another I'm going to have to apologize for the fact that Scarlet's waterboarding someone? Like,
Yes.
like my magic comes out.
Waterboards.
Strap yourself in.
Oh, that's so rough.
Yeah, poor guy. Or girl. I don't know what stranger is.
Poor entity.
Entity. Just, oh.
Coppola says don't Google stone giant nipples.
Well, now I have to.
I'm not gonna
Yeah, now we
lie,
all
I
have
did
to.
almost reflexively do that, and then I went, no, that Google algorithm is gonna start sending me weird stuff if I do.
Yes.
I don't care the consequences.
Consequences be damned.
Oh, nope, never mind. I don't want to. Nope, never mind.
Did it happen?
Regret?
I don't
Instant
know.
regret.
My brain didn't think 3 steps ahead of where that was going to lead me. That's my bad. That was my bad. I should have known.
For the record, right, and this is just my interesting take on it. I remember seeing the pictures of like certain stone giants in cartoons and stuff, where a lot of the contours of their bodies are like kind of cracks in stone. So like, there's like these cracks that usually kind of go along the pectoral muscle and then spiral upwards to kind of give the sort of look of an areola as it's just like kind of just a crack in the chest. So there's not an actual nipple, but just like kind of a
That's a clever way of doing it.
Yeah, I kind of always liked that art style. Like, I always thought that was really pretty and kind of cool looking for, like, the physique.
The only one I can think of is, like, the TV show Gargoyles, and they didn't have nipples.
They did not.
No, they didn't.
No. Not even in real life, like when they transformed. No nipples.
Yeah. Well, that's right. Like, you couldn't draw nipples on or the TV would be mad at you.
Yeah.
Yep. And they already
Sorry
did.
for that detour.
No, that's okay. And you know, Gargoyles actually did get an episode pulled for content.
For nipples?
Really?
Not for nipples. Not for nipples. I'll talk about it later. But yes, no, they did. They did. They did.
For nipples?
Well, not for nipples.
See, it's just
Look.
this is how rumors get started, and we're gonna be on like one of those like articles, be like top 10 things you didn't believe.
Top 10 things you didn't believe.
Yeah, Gargoyle episode gets pulled for nipples.
Is Dag pulling your leg?
Always.
Always. Sorry,
D&D,
Chad.
where are we at?
So yeah, we're playing Pathfinder here. We're not playing. We're doing the most. So it is Guard Jack's turn. Guard Jack actually turns to Rain and Marvolo, and holding his shield and his sword up, kind of like looking at the stone giant, seeing the dragon on the ground. Guard Jack looks at you, Rain, makes eye contact as you are like standing up after taking that massive hit, and having a rock thrown at you, and like makes eye contact with you and doesn't like smiles, and you get this feeling that Guard Jack is about to do something incredibly stupid.
No. He's days away from retirement.
Jack, we are winning, Jack. Slow your roll, mate.
Guard Jack wants to win. Guard Jack's all about this.
This is not the sacrifice play. If you're up by 10 points at the Super Bowl, you don't throw your knee out to try and prove a point. Calm down.
Guard Jack is then going to kind of like dance around the stone giant, not giving it the opportunity to attack, and position himself between the dragon and the stone giant. Kind of seeing how like Rain's been interacting with the dragon, how even Scarlet has healed the dragon. And then this creature is now helpless on the floor, right? Like its wings are busted up, and he takes that position, and then he just picks up his shield and he takes a shield stance. So those are his 2 actions. So he's becoming very defensive, trying to defend this creature. Guard Sam on the opposite end is going to kind of get to the edge of the bridge and looks around and calls over to Marvolo, and Sam's like, how's it going over there? Do you need help? That's not gonna swim. It's a lot of swimming.
I am flabbergasted. We're in the middle of a war, and there's a dragon and giants fighting, and they're even asking me. I'm enraged, and I'm just shaking my fist in anger at them. Get over here! What is wrong with you? We are at war. This is not a time for you to go on your smoko.
Okay. And
I do not believe in honorable fights. Rush her now. Throw everyone, all able-bodied people on the injured giant. Go.
You know what? They are going to. So I'm going to say this: the guards will spend this turn, right? So all the actions on Scarlet and Nex inside. They are going to rush to this cabin and then take a smoke break.
I hate the gods. I hate them so much. I hate Baylor Hemlock. I hate his men. I hate his hat. I hate everything about the gods in this town.
So the guards rush to the area, and then you could see them pulling out a rowboat that they're trying to get it into the water. So that's going to be their turn. They're just going to try and get this rowboat out to get across, to get everyone across. That's like their action. They really just want to get across to help you guys, but they can't jump. Like, they're not heroes. They will fail that jump roll, and then sink badly into the water. So now it's the top of the round. It's Rain's go. Rain, you stand up, dusting yourself off, full of rage. What would you like to do?
I am going to try to make up some of that ground and run back towards them as...
1 minute before you go. Am I after Rain?
Where are you? Yeah, you're like right after Rain.
Can I interject and do a heal check before Rain runs off?
You could.
If Rain's happy for me to do that before you head out?
I will at least stay still enough for that.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
I'm going to use my special powers and abilities. Oh, I already used my natural 20. I should probably get rid of that. I'll get rid of it. I'm going to use my... Okay, so Malvolo is a skilled craftsman and has learned the ins and outs of healing through swift actions. So I'm going to use Assurance, which is going to give me a straight-up 10 on my roll, which is going to allow me to critically succeed on my heal check, which gives me 4d8. Because I have Godless Healing, have you received a Cure Light Wounds today?
No.
Good. Then you get to add an extra 5 points of healing on top of the damage, on top of the healing that I'm going to give to you, which is 20 points of healing as a single kind of action. Also, do you have any of the following conditions? Do you have clumsy, enfeebled, sickened, stupefied, drained, or frightened?
I am not.
Then, yeah, okay, then you're fine.
At least not as an added feature.
Excellent, good. Because I remove...
Some of those are just character descriptions.
Well, I remove a step of all of those if you had any of them. But there we go. Okay. Whew. All right. You should be go. Be free, my angry moose person.
Be free. Releasing me out into the wild. How thoughtful.
Born free.
Feeling energized. I'm gonna make up some of this ground. Going 5, 10, 15. What is my movement? Let me double check.
25.
25. Good. All right. Sweet. I think that gets me about there.
Yeah, that
on
gets
that
like
end.
right next to him.
And as I'm running towards, I also want to be doing another producing a flame.
Oh, produce flame.
Yes.
As you run close to produce this flame, please make that D20 check plus 5.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna use another one of those hero points. I need to.
Make it happen.
That ain't gonna do much on its own. A 2.
That's rough.
Sadness. Are you kidding me? A 6?
That's even rougher. I you know what's funny was I was like, if she passes this, I'm totally gonna use my jinx point.
Don't you worry.
Yeah, but Rain's got me covered. I appreciate that, Becca. You always look out for me the most. So as you do that and you start again, you try to like pull in this energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
It becomes a bit chaotic in your hand, right?
Yeah.
So now as you gotta like you focus it and like you know when like someone who doesn't have like full control over what they're about to do, like you just kind of fire this off because you realize it's gone a bit chaotic. So you have a 50-50 chance of either hitting your target or a random ally. So roll a and then you tell me 50 high or 50 low. So do you want it to be on low end is success for you or on the high end is a success for you?
Oh my gosh. I could kill Jack. This is awful. He's like the only ally that's in front of me. I feel like for my trend, I should say low, but I think this is the chance I'm going to break it and go high. So I'm going to say I'm going to roll high.
Okay. So obviously D100. So the way you do that on the thing, there should be a percentile and it should just, you right click on your dice bar and it should just say percent. It should be like, it brings up a not a left click, a right click.
Where do you right click on the dice bar?
You see where all the dice are? Yeah.
I see times twos though, multipliers.
Yeah, so it should be right next to the times two. It should say percent. Does it say percent on your end?
There's a gap between 2 and 20.
Oh, that is the percent. I guess that's for me. All right, so I will roll. I'm sorry, I thought everyone had that percent ability. So I'm going to roll this. It's a flat D100. There's no I'm not going to put any points into this or anything. All right, so are we going high, Becca?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't look.
89.
That's high, right?
That's high.
I do know my numbers. Yeah. That is high.
Because I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
That's a good number.
Yeah. All right, so it goes off in the direction you wanted. The explosion, 5d6, please.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah. Why do I roll so many ones? The 13.
Yeah.
3 of those are ones.
All right, 95 plus 13.
Oh, I have inspiration. Oh, yeah. What does that do again?
Inspiration is
re-roll.
a free reroll.
Yeah.
Oh. Can I re-roll some of those ones?
Yeah, you know what? I will say you can re-roll your 5d6 if you want to re-roll it.
I will re-roll that 5d6.
Out of all you got, percentage-wise, you should have had at least another one above a 2.
Okay, perfect. I know, it's like, how lucky can I get? Okay. 5d6s is the best. Oh, that's so much better.
Much
22.
better, much better. 22. All right.
Thank you all for that inspo. Yes.
32.
Yes.
All right. So
as I'm running, I'm charging up that fireball.
Yeah, so like very anime style, like you're running, your hand ignites into like flames, and you just pound this into Stungia's chest, and the explosion rocks him off his feet or their feet, and they land prone because they ate this full explosion right to the chest. As they land prone, you could see just cracks forming all along their body, and it looks very difficult. Like it is a mess. They are very low hit points if I was to clarify. My young red dragon is bleeding out. I now have to death and dying saves for my young red dragon. Things you didn't think you would expect. All right, so where's my d20? Bounce it around. That is a failure. So 1 failure. So they go to dying 2. Remember, dying 4 is death. Nexon goes. Nexon will get in the guard boat as soon as she can. Does she have a spell? Let's see. What spell does Nexon? Does Nexon have a resilience sphere? 1 second. Sorry. How far? 30 feet. Oh shit. You know what?
That's a reaction we love to hear.
Sorry. I'm like, I
love it.
That's like I'm trying to stick to more of her character because right now I'm like, I would do like Jared would do this, but
yes.
Like Nexon would, like that's not her character. I don't want her to come back and be like, so your character's dead. Be like, oh, okay. So she will spend her action. She will prep to get in the boat, and then as soon as she is in the boat and within 30 feet of the dragon, she will cast resilience sphere on the dragon, which creates a orb of protection. Basically, it gives the dragon like a bubble. So as soon as those guards get that bow down, get her within 30 feet, she'll cast it instantly. So that will be her turn. I feel like that's a fair move for Nexon. All my guards actually get the boat out, so they're going to start rowing on their turn, but they have to spend it. So Scarlet, you can see the guards getting the Scarlet Marvolo. Thank you for putting in the boat. Scarlet Marvolo, you can see the guards have now pulled out a rowboat and are like calling out to you guys, and they're like, "Get in the boat! Get in the boat! We're gonna get across! Get in the boat!" So Kalodi Marvolo, you just healed up. Rain, you just saw Rain explode with fire energy. There's a stone giant on the ground. It's very explosive on that end. You now hear guards screaming, boat, get in the boat. What would you like to do?
3 actions to cry. No.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to use 1 action to command Kalodi, who's going to use his first action to look at Scarlet and say, you need a lift.
I was on mute. Sure.
Okay. So he'll do the
nicely enough.
So he'll do the the kind of like the sort of princess fireman carry type thing. Not the fireman carry, but like the fireman carry. You know what I'm saying?
Like under the arms, yeah.
Yeah. And we'll run with Scarlet towards the boat and sort of jump in.
Nice.
Malvolo is going to use 2 actions. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, I'm going to regret this. Okay, I'm going to use my Searing Restoration. And I pull out what looks to be a tiny bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I don't cackle. Michael cackles. Malvolo's like, okay, I better not be wrong about this, or bad things are going to happen. Okay, don't kill me. And I'm going to throw my bomb in the direction of the dragon and Jack.
Oh, okay. And what are we hoping to do?
The bomb explodes.
Yes.
As it does so, it restores 27 hit points to the both of them.
Nice. So the dragon stops dying, which is really groovy. And Jack is back to full health.
Okay. Basically, there's this huge, loud bang, and these like sort of medicinal herbs and aromatics sort of suddenly start flowing through the wind, and I just imagine it sort of going up the nostrils of this dragon, and as the wounds start to stitch, it's almost like coffee, like pure, like kind of caffeinated fog that just goes into its eyes, and the dragon wakes up, and Malvolio's like, meep.
Not saying it looks like dragon cocaine, but totally looks like dragon cocaine. They are like super amped. The dragon's eyes pop open, the blood, and it lets out like its eye rolls and stares at you and then blinks. And you don't see any malice. It just looks confused, as if like this was like, why would you do this?
Nice dragon, good dragon. I'm on your team. Please don't be killing me.
Catchy song.
It's my lullaby to a dragon.
Just shh. Nice dragon. It's okay. It's okay. Oh god, it bit me. My guards will spend their action to Marvolo, Kalodi, did you get Scarlet over to the boat too? Right?
Yes, Malvolo picked up Kalodi with one action grabbed Scarlet, and with the second action just got into the rowboat.
Got it. Dope. Just trying to figure out. My skeletal giants are going to start to walk across because that's all they can do. Sadly, Skeletal Giant 3 was at 2 life, and the water kind of just it can't hold itself together against the current of the water, and it doesn't make it.
No,
Skeletal
Boney, why?
Giant. Not like this. Stongia is going to spend their action to stand. One action to stand. And now they're standing. And what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Who is the worst one? Marvolo, you're catching this club because you healed the red dragon.
Look, listen, buddy. I'm sure we can talk about this. Oh, you couldn't hit water if you fell off the bridge.
I'm going to burn my jinx point to reroll that.
Shit, I should have shut up.
All right, that will be the hit.
Dang it. I got too cocky.
There it is. 19 points of damage.
Also, really quickly, thank you to the Antipodian D20 for the $10 for 2 hero points for Malvolo. Thank you so much. Which, by the way, puts us to $50 away from another boss battle. So,
oh no,
getting there. So close.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough. So all 3 actions happen. He has to make a save at the end of his turn. It ends on the end of his turn because he did pass the save against Scarlet's persistent mental damage. Terracontus goes. Terracontus will spend his action because I'm going to use the gifted, and thank you very much to chat for gifting me these abilities, the gifted enchantment rune, or the rune of specifically greed. Not enchantment. Greed is transmutation. And as we all know from our basic study of magic, transmutation is the changing of one thing to another. Terracontus reaches down into the ground, and as the blood from the dragon kind of pooled around him on his fist, he starts to draw in the ground different runes, giant runes, Jotun runes, and rain you feel a change in the environment, in the primal forces that are happening. And as that erupts around him, he ignites into a flaming elemental that is. So a stone giant elemental Terracontus. And it's gonna be rough. That's what it looks like. Thank you very much to Michael for putting that on the screen. That is what he looks like. It is kind of insane. But that will be their full turn.
I mean, it looks awesome, but it's horrifying.
Yes. Initiative.
Do not want.
Not like this.
No, not like this.
Not like this. Rain, this is your kind of magic. You can do something about this, right?
Oh,
All right.
we're gonna die.
That is his whole turn because that will be the ability to cast that ability. And 1 second.
Also, just so that you know, in chat, of course, is our wonderful and beloved Malakisa, which you know what this means, Jared. You are fully locked and loaded with your Jinx points and are now back to the max 5 Jinx points.
Thank you. That's my favorite person ever. So just as if everyone in chat wants to know who is my favorite, that Malachisis is my favorite person ever. And there we go. Elemental Terracontus on the field for everyone to see. That was their full turn to do that shenanigans. All the guards will get everyone across. At this point, Scarlet, since they're all rowing, they'll be within 30 feet. So you guys will be, at this point, around here. Nexon's ability goes off, shielding the dragon in that orb of invulnerability. And my lovely guards on the boat have gotten you guys this far. So... So you're much closer, Scarlet, to the situation that is currently happening.
Is it my turn now?
It is your go, yes.
So I would like to use Sunburst on Stongia.
Oh, I see you. I see what you're trying to do. Trying to kill my enemies.
Maybe.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Are we supposed to do something different?
Oops. As you reach out into the elemental, into your cleric domain, and you call forth a burst of sound. What is the sound? What does it like sound like for everyone in this?
It's the sound of a fork on a blackboard, you know.
They save, but it is half damage. So you could see like they kind of pick up their hands and cover their ears, and
One?
yeah, apparently it did. Out of 2d10, you did 3 points of damage. Would you like to use one of your hero points to re-roll that damage?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be a little disappointing.
There you go. 15
Yeah.
points of damage. To Stongia. And Stongia is like now has like I guess like a stone giant blood viscera coming out of its ears as the sound explodes. For those 2 full actions, you do that on your boat. You stand up. It wobbles a little bit, and one of the guards kind of like grabs you to like steady you. And you now have 1 more action. You're on the boat. What would you like to do?
You know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sting that mother.
Oh, not like this.
Okay, but you know where? I'm gonna sting him in the little corner of the eye right here.
Oh no!
How do
This is
you
my
come
deal.
up with these pain points?
he critically succeeded as like that little bee closed his eyes and just covers him. He was like, not like this.
I'm just imagining kind of this like moment of absolute swole where this bee flies in and you watch as he blinks and just cuts the bee in half with his eyelids, like just.
Yeah. My poor bee.
Sorry. Alright, so
I guess it was not to be.
Oh gosh.
I regret nothing.
Awesome, Scarlet. That great moves. Looking good. Now it is top of the round because all my guards are guard Jack. Sorry, guard Jack's in the mix. Guard Jack.
Jack, just calm down, mate. Go have a lie down.
Jack is gonna swing. So hopefully this hits. Oh, it misses. Jack will drop his shield, seeing the element, the sphere of energy, this arcane sphere go around the dragon, like a dome of energy. Jack realizes that like he no longer needs to take this defensive stance, and will drop his shield, put both hands, and will now swing again for their power attack. Frequency, they can only do this once per round, but if they hit, deals an extra die of damage. So
Jack
came in.
Jack.
He's a hero to us all.
Jack came to fight, apparently. Jack is like lasted the longest out of everyone here.
Didn't he also kill the one at the gate?
And Jack did kill the one at the gate.
Jack has got 2 giants under his belt.
Jack should get a level of hero.
Yes.
So Stongia kind of like with its eyes closed and hands blocking its face, worried about what Scarlet was doing, didn't see Jack come up and just stab it in the knee. And as it like went down, he just pulled out his blade and then double-handed swing, hits the giant in the neck, cutting deep, and the giant just falls over with giant viscera coming out of it. So the guards go. Rain, it's your initiative. The dragon seems to be protected by some kind of like arcane sphere of energy. It's like a dome has gone around this dragon. The dragon is still alive. You could still feel that primal energy coursing through your veins. But Nexon kind of like calls out and says like, "Oh, I got this. Like, I'm protecting the dragon." So it's your turn.
Okay. So I don't have to worry about the dragon. I trust Nexon on this end. Okay, so we've got our elemental Terracontus.
Terracontus.
I was really struggling with that one, wasn't I? Okay. Here's what we're going to do. First, I'm going to have to get a little closer. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, I don't know, 25-ish? Yeah.
Yep.
Right over there. Okay, and that will get me within range of this. Summoning from her energy within, I will cast Weapon Storm.
Oh.
In a 30-foot cone towards Yep,
exactly. That guy.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
That guy. I'm really
over
struggling with their name. Yes. And as I manifest these, damage will stay the same, but I want to almost envision them as flaming swords that appear all around, kind of like wings that span out from behind her, pointing towards, and hopefully... No! It had a freaking... What? No!
So does Rain Rain should have a hero point, right? So
I am
Rain
using my hero point.
Rain could give me...
Just let that subtly happen.
Rain, you could give me that hero point. I'll force the reroll.
Yes, yes, I will. I will force the reroll. I was creating a real cool visual.
All right, so you now have it.
Yes. I'll half damage at least. I'll take that. Good grief, I was real upset there for a second.
Nice.
There we go.
So this energy explodes, firing these blades every which way, full of that power. Rain, this, by the way, was your last turn of being in full control of the draconic energies.
That sounds super ominous just then. It's like, Rain, this is your last turn. Farewell. We're wiping your character out off the face of the earth.
See you next week.
I did move far away from you all on that end, knowing that I would likely be losing control. Yes.
That was actually a smart move because, like, you're like, I don't want to be near my players in case I decide to become a murder machine.
Yeah, you know, go on a rampage, destroy everything around me.
Yeah,
I should have some space.
Dragon is survived in the sphere, is going to stay there, kind of like just looking, trying to figure out what to do. Actually,
what do you mean you're a dragon? Help us, please. I am a
Sad
carpenter.
and pitiful.
That's Malvolo's two describing features.
The dragon is going to take this turn to figure out its life, spend a moment, try and know what's going on. We'll stand up from the prone position because it was down, and just kind of keep it moving. But it's Nexon's turn. Nexon should be well within reach of casting Phantom Pain. Right? That sounds about right.
Do it. Do it.
Succeeded, but still half damage. That the rough rolls. The guards will move, and on their turn, the boat will make landfall. So Marvolo, Kalodi, and Scarlet, you will be on the land with the guards. So the guards kind of come out, start to flank Marvolo. Nexon's going to kind of stand in the back. So the guards come out, and we'll put you guys on the map. Just so everyone understands, it is Marvolo Kalodi turn.
So, I am a carpenter, and my weapon is a giant man made of wood, and the enemies that I see before me are a man on fire and a red dragon.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
it's more of like, do you ever see the movie? You saw the movie. Everyone, I feel like everyone here has seen the movie Hercules, the Disney.
Yeah.
Remember how Hades' head was like on fire? That's kind of what he looks like. His body is engulfed in flames. His arms and his head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair,
Just pointing
fair.
out how flammable I am.
Very.
Stupendously flammable. Now I know it was an aesthetic thing, but are there dragon scales on the ground?
100%.
Can I use my quick crafting to insulate Kalodi against fire damage with the dragon scales? Dry and dirty, make him a shield, basically.
Yes, if you quick craft using the dragon scales that were scattered, you can insulate Kalodi, giving him resilience to fire, so half fire damage, because it's not going to be perfect. You're kind of just doing this on the fly.
Okay.
If you critically succeed, it'll be immunity.
And do I know that Rain's kind of looking a bit weird, or do I sense anything unusual about Rain?
I mean,
Don't
Rain's
look weird.
I feel like Rain has been a bit changed since everything started. But do you know that she's gone out of the powers? No. Like,
Okay.
so I'm hasn't done anything erratic.
Okay, so I'm gonna rush over. as my first action. Excuse me, pardon me. Sorry. Oh, that's very big. Okay, here we go. Let's see if these plates interlock as I... Yes, no, I can do this. Okay, okay, and... I'm going to use my assurance on that and get a 30. Oh, actually, do I have assurance on that? Sorry, one moment. I think I do. Yes, I do. So I'm going to use assurance on that and get a 30.
Yeah, I feel like you've had assurance on that for...
Yeah. I've had it for ages. Yeah. So, what is the DC of making a shield?
1 second. I'm trying to figure that out on the fly. You know what? That will give him resilience, not immunity.
I am going to burn my hero point. I'm going to try again. Okay, come on. 35?
Sorry, one moment. You guys are level 9. That will be skills, condition. 35 will be just enough for a critical success.
Yes! Let's go! Shield of Fire Immunity. Forged. I'm going to not give it to anyone yet. I'm going to hide behind it. I'm too close.
I like that. You're like,
brave Mavolo.
Look. I am a trap maker. We're not supposed to be anywhere near where we set this shit up. All right, I'm going to try and do one brave thing. Seeing Rain is a lot worse for wear. I imagine even the toll of taking on a dragon's power does not do good things to the body. Malvolo looks like he's about to cower, but then kind of looks at and sees Rain, kind of the horns blackened and charred almost, and this kind of smokiness like still lingering from when she took on the dragon's essence. Malvolo is going to do something very forward. He is going to step in front of Rain and with one of her spare hands equip the shield to her. And it's kind of, because of how big Rain is, I'm still kind of trying to hide behind the shield, if that makes sense.
Fair.
So I'm kind of like you know,
There's room for both of us here.
Yeah, and it's like but it's way too close for Malvolo's liking. But I think Rain is one of the only people that he would be this close with comfortably. So I'm still focused very much on Terrakintis and the fire and the like. But I don't think Malvolo would be this close to anyone else. So there.
Sounds like a plan. Terrakintis, as his elemental form takes root, rage fills his body, and he's going to move forward. So one action, move forward.
Hey, buddy.
How you guys doing?
Does he really want to? I smell bad. Maybe he wants to take a step back.
It smells like burning. I'm assuming that it just smells like burning at this point.
Literally every one of your allies is dead. Why are you still fighting this?
So, just so everyone knows, it has an intense heat aura. Anything around it for 15 feet has to make a reflex save, or you just get very hot. Now, being behind the shield, I will say you guys are kind of like safe from this, but 15 feet out from this large creature, 5, 10, 15. So it's at the edge of the dragon, like literally at the line of where the dragon is. You guys will, like, that's where it starts. So moving people into that sphere of influence will deal with that. Next, Terrakintis is enraged with you guys is going to cast their melee tendril attack. So hiding behind the shield gives everyone a +2, right? So you now have a +2 to your defense for your AC.
Yes.
So
easier for you to do a -2 on your attack when you.
yeah, so it's going to be a
Swing.
-2 on my attacks on you guys.
Yep.
So the fire tendril 1 will reach out and try to touch one of you. That hits.
Yeah, look, my AC is not great.
2, and then the second one is going to be on Rain.
Jeez.
Both hit.
I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, 37.
I'm gonna say a 32 almost crit me.
Yeah. Oof.
Almost. Don't let it happen.
Please no.
So just hot fire.
Ah,
As just more fire just starts to rain down around everyone.
Have we
Wow,
got-
Rain got very lucky on that one.
I was gonna say
I
if Rain's equipped to the shield, she's immune to fire though, isn't she?
Type. Oh, she's equipping the shield.
No, I equipped the shield to her, so I'm just standing
Got it.
behind it, but she's got it equipped.
Oh, got it. I apologize, Rain. You are immune to the fire right now.
so
So
I was gonna
you'll get
offer
that
to swap
9 points
fire
back.
damage.
Yeah, you'll get that 9
Oh,
points
no.
back.
Okay.
He is small. He is wreck. He build shield. He protect.
Yes. Skeletal Giant makes landfall. So 5. So actually, 5. Gets there and actually comes to fight, help you guys. Now needs to make a reflex save or take fire damage. Because of that's not enough. They will take fire damage. As the undead skeleton erupts in flames.
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah, it's not a little bit of fire, it's a lot of bit of fire. And then they are going to horn.
Get him. Get him. Ah, critical miss. Skelly. What are you doing?
Why?
Ah.
Why would you be like, why are you like the skeleton?
I was actually, I'm not gonna lie, I was really hyped up when he showed up. Like, I was like, oh my god, Skelly, yay! Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Skelly.
like, oh,
Skelly, why?
Skelly.
You're just sad and disappointed.
Please pick a number between 1 to 5 for the critical fumble effect.
5, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is off balance as the skeleton attempts to ram its horn into the back of Terrakintis. It seems to miss, and a segment of its spinal column dislodges. The head is now askewed, slightly turning its balance away, giving it a -2 penalty to all attack rolls for 1 turn until he corrects his head.
That's rough.
Ugh, that's nasty.
That's not cool. Skelly Boy did the best that they could. And it's Scarlet's turn. Scarlet, you're on land. You see what's going on. It's anarchy. What would you like to do, Scarlet?
I would like to use Holy Cascade on Terrakintis.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
Reaching out with
Yeah.
her elemental, with holy magic. Holy Cascade fires off a ton of water, trying to cool this person down. Which is really nice, actually, since you guys are surrounded by water. Makes it super easy.
Oh yeah. That's what all that blue stuff is.
Yeah.
I actually was trying to knock you in Rain into the water at one point. I was like, you know what? That big swing, I'm trying to knock Rain in the water.
I feel like I'm working with half my brain cells today.
Oh, there's still twice as many as I'm using.
Failed.
Ooh.
Nice.
But it's not done. It's still going.
Yes.
He is evil, and it also is positive damage.
Whoa!
So he took all of that damage. So for 2 actions, Scarlet, what does this look like as you bring the pain?
What does it look like?
Yeah, what does all this erupting holy water look like?
Pipes of water that just go through him and
Nice.
impel him.
Ooh, so as he yells, as all this water just flies up, starts hammering into him, he's like, ah! As he sizzles, because, you know, steam starts to erupt all around him. You still have 1 more action, Scarlet. Do you want to get closer to the enemy? Maybe just a little bit?
No. I really don't.
You're like, no, I'm solid. I'm good here.
No, you know what?
Kalodi's still
I'll
carrying you. He walks you in.
I might get behind the 2 guards.
I like that. You're like, yeah, I got a solid plan. I'm going to get behind the guards.
Good.
Solid plan. Good. Jack, who's been doing the most. Jack is going to go help Rain. That's what Jack does. As Jack rushes in, gets blasted by a wave of fire of that elemental heat, right, from this thing, and all the hot steam. You know, when like you have steam and you open up a pot of boiling water, and sometimes it catches you in the face. That's kind of what Jack just ran into without knowing. Jack got a 10. That is not enough, Jack.
I will give him my hero point.
To re-roll that?
Yes.
All right. Jack will re-roll.
I don't think you've got a hero point.
I will give him my nat 20.
Whoa!
Oh, what?
I am not letting Jack die.
Okay. So as Jack starts to run in, giving your nat 20 to Jack, what would you like to do, Rain? Because you know this is hot, right? So you have the shield up. So you have more information than Jack does currently.
Yes. Listen, I just want to first of all justify this because I know I am not the only one who adores Jack. If Jack goes down, we all go down. This is a domino effect. Everything is about Jack. I know this is a huge sacrifice, and some of you may be thinking that's stupid. It's a nat 20, but this is important. As she sees Jack running up along the side, this old, weathered soldier, it just hangs Rain. Like, he's like a grandfather to her. Everything, the hope, the love, the passion, the soul that this man is bringing to the fight. She is not going to let him burn, even just initially walking into this space. He is too frail for that. Rain is going to... I'm trying to figure out even what I can do in this. Reach out to him, and I would like to be in front of Jack. I would like to shield him from all of this.
Okay. So positioning yourself, you kind of turn as Jack comes running to, like, he makes eye contact with you again, knowing that, like, yeah, it's been you and him. Like, you guys took out giant after giant. You guys are now like a dynamic duo. Jack realizing
without Jack.
Yeah, Jack realizing that he's gotta, like, you know, get your back, right? He's always had your flank, so he's like, I gotta get to her. He runs forward. As he does, you move the shield. You move the shield away from Marvolo, and Marvolo's like, no, and you're like, shh, it'll be okay. And as you turn, you like push the shield up over your head, and you grab Jack, and you kind of like huddle under the shield, protecting him. And then you're like, no, it's too much. And he can, like, he's starting now to sweat underneath all his gear, besides like the dirt and grime that was on him. Now it's like that heat, and he's just sweating everywhere, and he just looks, and you can see like his age is taking on, and he's just like panting. He's like, okay, I'll protect the cleric. And you know, so he got you. So his first action was do that, and then he will use his reaction to kind of put up his shield block you until his next turn, in which he will like fall back.
Why is no one protecting me?
Worth it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
They're protecting each other.
You know what you were getting yourself into. Maybe not still.
So, Guard Sam, seeing what's happening, seeing how Rain is handling the situation, stops and now pulls out his bow and will fire over at the elemental being. Yeah, it's a critical fail. As he fires, it's bad. Realizing that, like, the 2.
All right, with a ranged arrow, as he fires the bow, the heat from the mirage that has been created by the swirling flames around Terrakintis cause for an updraft to lift the arrow high into the air. As it does so, it strikes the dragon in the back of the neck.
Oh no! That will actually deal damage to Nexon's shield that she put up. That's what the shield does. It automatically kind of absorbs damage. So it has an AC of 5. It will hit, and then it will just as damage happens. So I have to roll the damage, and then I will start to do the countdown for the shield. So 1d6 plus 4. So 8 points of damage.
What does the dragon do?
It looks and like it's confused, like as to like the arrow pings off of the orb and kind of just starts to like release a low guttural growl at the guards at this point, or at guard Sam. Sam, you failed us all. Rain, it is your go.
Yes.
Now, there was a plot twist given.
Oh no.
From Nemo. Nemo is not lost. Thank you very much. Nemo is not lost. We found Nemo, but the plot twist changes everything. Normally, there's going to be a roll on your turn to see whether or not you freak out. The power overwhelms. The rage overwhelms. There's not going to be that. There's too much elemental power happening. You're overwhelmed. Rain nukes out her energy. You have to release it. It's like you need to vent it. Because it's all stored up inside of you. And like veins and just fire, like veins of red, of lava, of magma just flowing through your body. You could feel that you need to vent this out. Roll a d6.
Okay. I just realized I put myself right next to Jack. This was a bad idea.
1. Okay. So, this round and the next round, you have to vent, right? So that's how many rounds you have to vent. It's in a 20-foot radius around you. So 20 feet around you, at the start of your turn, you have to vent.
Okay.
It's a reflex save for everyone.
Okay.
Or it's 5d6 points of elemental fire damage.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So everyone around you now needs to make their save in 20 feet. So that gets everyone here. The Skeletal Giant, the elemental fire guy.
Right. I want to use my hero point.
Yes.
And
just
what?
Succeed.
And no. And what I want to do is Malvolo, seeing what's happening, he is going to push Jack into the river.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yes.
All right. Fair enough.
Why do I have to be a hero?
Yeah. So, pushing Jack slams into the slide. You know, it's slide, right? So you kind of Marvolo rushes Jack. Jack has the shield, not realizing that it's going to come from his ally. You know, kind of was like trying to protect Rain and the situation. Gets knocked back, slides down into the river, breaking that thin layer of ice that Rain had originally done as she was like absorbing all this heat from around her. And now everyone around you kind of has to take this. Roll 5d6. The shield will take the damage instantly. That's around the dragon, but everyone else will have to roll a reflex save.
I'm so sorry, everyone. 15.
I like that. So 15 points of fire damage.
It's kind of on par for my damage style.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, guess I'll die. No. Well, I'll take 15 damage. I'm still alive.
Yeah. So the fire giant, the skeletal giant will take, half of 15, so 8. 20 points of damage has been done to the shield. The shield around the dragon is cracking, breaking up. The elemental lord that's standing over there just kind of absorbs the fire.
Of course he does.
And it actually looks like a few of the bruises and cracks in his skin that you guys have lain into him starts to it looks like it might be stitching closed.
That makes me so mad.
So it's your turn. Rain, what would you like to do? Obviously don't use fire.
Okay. I am going to do something different.
Yes.
It seems like a good idea. All right. While I'm just feeling like a firebender here, I'd like to level up a little bit more.
Yes.
And we're going to bring in some water with the hydraulic push.
Yes.
So, fire scorching all around her. I summon, bringing that fiery arm across, claws in hand, water quickly falling behind to create a waterfall effect over on Terracotta.
Yes. As it.
You'll never see this coming.
In addition, Jack has an inspiration. Could Jack be in that wave as well, and just like?
Oh, with like as comes down stabbing.
Yeah.
That might kill Jack, but sure.
Don't
as
you
that
dare let Jack die.
Well, he's good.
As that was a critical hit from Rain.
It's critical. Yes, so then it gets knocked back 5 feet too, or 10 feet on a critical.
18. Sorry, and that is all water.
Yes.
So has ice in it. So sorry, immunities, weakness 15 cold. So I will add the 15 extra points of damage to that. And he gets knocked back 10 feet.
So hopefully you won't get to heal a little bit. Well, I have a 20-foot radius, don't I? Dang it. Okay. That's all right.
And
yes. Steam coming off. I am the Avatar reborn.
You've reached Avatar level.
Mixing of fire and water.
I feel like there's a lot of steam on this end. You have one more action. What would you like to do?
I would like to move away from my friends a little bit more.
Just like run up, I guess, towards him or away from him. This is like.
I guess we'll move towards Terracotta.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So it's.
I'm sorry, friends.
So it's my go. The dragon now stands, right? Having a little bit of life left. Pushes Marvolo to the side.
Why?
So the dragon pushes Marvolo a little back. It needs space. It's gotta fly. Would you like a contested roll against that push, Marvolo?
He's just indignant. That's all. Malvolo didn't want to get swatted just then, but he did, and this is the situation he finds himself in as he rolls on the floor. I'm so injured.
And will rush past Rain, slamming into this giant. Now it's attack like Clash of the Titans. They slam into each other, claws raking. And it misses as like the force just thunderous as the two of them go into each other and start to smash heads. I think that will break Nexon's shield as the dragon was kind of like the resilient field. Let me just double check that out. Immobile sphere of force to either trap or protect. Oh, it can't. Sorry, I apologize. It is trapped in that bubble. It's an immobile sphere.
So it's just gone.
Yeah. The sphere has a hardness. Disintegrating destroys the sphere instantly. If the target is unwilling, it would have to save against it. It has half hit points currently, so she's just protecting it. So the dragon will then. Dragon has a fire attack, but I think the dragon's not gonna play that stupid. Let me see. What's its brain power? It's got to be pretty smart. These things have they could talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has like a plus 19 diplomacy.
Wow.
So
yeah,
it knows. So it's not going to cast fire. It realizes what's happening. It actually will just kind of spend its turn like healing or just sitting there watching you people fight. Makes sense to me. Nexon goes. Nexon has malicious shadow. I know she's used that before. So it's like an evil shadow of this. And then because there's so much fire, there's so many shadows. She will cast that upon. Well, she actually has to get a little closer. Right there. She's gonna cast that. Evil shadow, go.
Oh,
Go hit. Ten points of elemental damage as the shadow keeps going, but every time on her turn she can make the shadow do a little bit more damage. The guards have taken Bob will take up a defensive stance around Nexon. Kalodi Marvola, what would you like to do?
All right. Well, Marvola is going to. Well, Marvola is now knocked back far enough away. I'm going to again overcharge Kalodi, which I need to make a craft check or potentially break him, but I'm going to take a 10 and just not break him. Kalodi's going, and then I'm going to spend 2 actions to take 3 turns with Kalodi. He's going to push past these guys. 5,
of course.
10, 15, 20. Can I pass under the dragon?
Yeah.
25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20. As he gets to here, the wood around him starts to ignite and sort of catch fire in various places. 25, 30, so that's 2 moves. He looks over at Rain. You can kind of see like bits of his like armor starting to melt and sizzle at the end. And he is going to basically look at the river and look at Rain and kind of like raise like this one mechanical eyebrow. And what I want to do is I want to try and use an athletics check. And I want to try and get the giant into an armbar. And the idea here is I want to get him into an armbar so that we can basically throw this giant into the river.
Oh, like you try and grab him so that like the two of you can like start to push him into the river.
Yeah, potentially.
I make an athletics check with Kalodi versus my giant fortitude DC.
Oh, come now. Well, I tried.
You did try. I'm not mad. That was pretty. So as Kalodi kind of like reaches up to grab the giant giant's like, no, don't touch me. He's like, shoot. Like shakes you off a little bit.
What damage do I take for walking near the fire?
So it's a reflex save. It's a basic reflex save. So you have to roll. It's a 26 reflex save.
Ooh, Malakisa has just given inspiration for me. Yay!
Oh, there you go. There's the reroll. Thank you, Malakisas.
All right, let's try that again. 23? I doubt it.
Sadly, that is it because he's such a large thing. It's 26 is your number.
Man, I don't even need that much to get it either. That's a shame. All right. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna make my reflex save.
Yep. 26.
I appreciate it, Mally. Thank you. Well, yeah, no, I'm on fire.
Yeah, it's fire damage.
Those rolls though, yo. 22 points of fire damage.
Yes.
Which I take an additional half, so I take an additional 11.
So, Morvolo did the most that they could. My elemental lord goes, oh goodness. What is going to happen? What? I have this power. I'm going to use it. And we're going to see what happens. My elemental lord has the Infernal Leap for 2 actions. The elemental lord explodes fire around them and shoots themselves up to a maximum height and distance equal to double its speed. What is its speed? Its base speed is... Oh, okay. 45. So this creature is going to leap. Is that 90 feet into the air? Rain, Kalodi, Rain and Kalodi, please make a 26 reflex save as the explosion of fire. Rain, you're immune, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's Kalodi.
Well, god damn.
As it explodes from under its feet, it launches itself up in the air. And then it screams Longtooth and comes shooting down right there, slamming itself into the sphere. Now I'm going to say the sphere breaks because it only had 20 points of life left. And as this creature erupts downwards, it slams into the ground, destroying the shield, slamming itself into the dragon. The two slam into each other, and melee damage. Go.
Really quickly, while we're doing that, we have a donation of $10 from Jack's Petition Part 1. Thank you so much, Jack. Let us know where you would like to apply the hero points. It looks like we've got hero points to Rain and Malvolo. And we also have a magic bag from DM Stretch. The way a magic bag works, for those of you who do not know in chat, is a magic bag provides a magic item that is found in the encounter that will help with this specific scenario. It is up to the DM as to what that is, but of course it is assigned to anyone in the group. It can be a consumable magic item, it can be a permanent magic item. That's for the GM to decide, but yes. It's from Jack's pension. There we go. Thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully you have a very good pension, Jack.
No, it's our Jack's pension.
Oh, got it.
It was a donation to Jack's party, retirement party.
Oh, lovely.
Poor
I love that.
Jack.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you. Jack's party is going to be dope.
Can we say that every $10 we get, Jack gets a level?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I'll give it to you. Jack's now level 1.
Yes!
You know what? Level 2. Jack did help Rain kill 2 giants.
Hell yeah.
Jack will be a level 2 fighter.
Nice.
That ain't no newbie coming in here.
No.
You don't want no scrub.
So,
No.
as these 2 elemental forces, the dragon looks up. It ignites the fire. Realizing what's happening, it just ignites its own fire. The sphere fills up with flames, and the 2 creatures slam into each other. So coming down 90 feet, it enhanced its drop. And as it did, this creature critically succeeded, and they hit each other. They slam into each other. It's a critical. Now, where is my bludgeoning damage? Where are you, sir? All right, here it is. So, is it D6 per 10 feet? And 90, so that is 9 extra d6s of damage. So 49, and so that's, sorry. 3 and 7. 10 plus 8. So it's 20. And then, sorry, 9 d6s. So.
This music is rocking.
Yeah, I love this.
I mean, look, a dragon's fighting a fire giant. At this point, I mean... All right, Jack's Party Fun Part 2 has dropped another $10, which, yeah, means Jack is now another level higher.
Oh, what? Jack's level 3. Jack's about to change this fight. So...
Chat wants to get him to level 69. Nice.
So, as this raging titanic infernal drops, it drop kicks into the dragon. The young dragon drops to 0 again, falling prone. The flame erupts out from the area that was around where this the elemental being, this elemental lord landed. Fire explosion. Sadly, the skeleton in the back took, 27 points of, earth damage as it slammed into the ground, creating a crater. The skeletal giant explodes in bits and pieces as it clears. Terracontus is still standing there, holding the dragon in its hand, the dragon's head flopping to one side, and he lets out a roar. And he is low on hit points, very low. That might have been not the best option. But he is now closer to everyone, so that fire damage, that 20 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20. So, Guard Bob and Marvolo are in that, so please make the DC 26 reflex save. Bob is not gonna make it. Marvolo, make the save, taking half. Where are you, Bub? Let's see what you can do. Bub has to roll a natural 20. Oh,
so freaking close.
Gonna be a lot of damage to Bub. Poor Bub. He survived so long.
Sorry, we don't have the same care for him as we do Jack.
Yeah, Bub didn't make it. Bub ignites and melts. His armor explodes into flames. He runs screaming and jumps into the water. You don't know what happens. But Bub is definitely off the map. Marvolo, please take 10 points of damage as you did save.
Malvolo goes down.
No way!
All right. As the flames rise up and basically engulf Malvolo, Malvolo sort of slumps over. His backpack filled with his tools ignites, and there's this smoldering body. I'm still alive, but I am burning. However, because Kalodi also went down, you watch as Kalodi's body just sort of crumples to the ground, and again also starts burning in ash. It almost looks like the two of them are kind of mirror imaged of one another. Now, in addition to this, we have gotten an inspiration to try and keep the dragon alive. And we've got a $12 donation from Malakisa, which triggered a boss battle. In addition, she hasn't said where the $12 is going to go. Can you give the point to do something to Malvolo? You can give me a sin boon, maybe.
Yes.
A sloth sin boon could be useful, because then I could heal myself. Maybe we'll find out. But yeah. Okay, that's our current. We're up to date. Also, Jack is now level 4.
What?
Yes.
Yay!
Good news.
Cool. And I have received a sloth sin boon, which I'm going to immediately use, if I may, to heal a portion of damage. How much that healing will give me for a sin boon is up to you, Jared.
I will say you can roll your medicine check.
Okay.
The amount you do on a critical medicine check for that sin boon.
Okay, so that's
Wait,
plus
but
5.
just so you know, I was about to heal you, so.
We do have a cleric.
Oh, well,
And
I
it
was
is Scarlet's turn.
okay. If
It
you're
is
gonna heal me,
Scarlet's turn.
I'll hang on to that. I'll hang on to that boon then. I'll hang on to that boon.
Yeah.
It is Scarlet's turn. So
Okay.
So I would like to heal Malvolo and Rain and the dragon.
Oh,
So it's-
nice.
So if you use all 3 actions, you could get everyone. So that's your whole turn. You become a beacon of life
Yes.
to radiate out energy and heal your friends. Are you going to do that, Scarlet?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so for 3 full actions, Scarlet will be healing 5d8 plus 40 points of damage.
I might need help applying that one.
I got you.
Thanks.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Damn. Why is it plus 40?
Yeah, that's her base heal. It's plus 40.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
What you didn't realize is Scarlet built her character for all the naughtiness, but then she'll heal you. So it's like pain and pleasure.
Holy hell.
So she will waterboard you, but you'll be fine after. It will be fine. You
Okay.
might get stung in the
amazing.
nipple, but she'll heal you for it.
Yeah, this is healing by waterboarding.
Yes.
Everyone.
Scarlet, the secret healer, just from behind, just pumping so much life into everyone. What does this look like? What does your healing look like, right? Like every cleric is a little different. You border on that, like, you know, very, in my head, it's very like Clive Barker-esque, like, you know, like, oh, you'll find pleasure in this pain kind of situation.
I'm just like extending my arms, like, okay, so bees appear as
Yep.
extensions of my hands, and I give creepy massages to everyone
Yes.
that tell them.
Yes. So bees kind of like in the shape of Scarlet's hands just come and massage your body, and you feel wonderful, a warming sensation, a taste of honey in your mouth as she heals everyone for all the damage. And she brings the kitty cat to play. So Scarlet doing all that, that's awesome. Scarlet brought the pain in this one, and she brought the pleasure.
Malvolo
that
quietly
changed.
wonders why he is sticky.
Just slightly. Level 4 guard Jack. I don't even know how to like just kind of level up Jack. Jack comes up. I have to look this. Is there a way to like?
Jack is just a straight up PC now.
Yeah, Jack I would have to build a Jack PC. So Jack's gonna kind of come up.
I'm gonna make a Jack Hero Forge.
Yes.
Yes.
By the way, this was just generic, like in the thing, like whenever we do like just generic stuff, I use like the flat tokens, but then Michael does like for the really cool fights, like these fights, Michael does like the full Hero Forge stuff. And I was like, oh, guard Jack and the Giants. Yeah, he'll die in like first turn. Nope, level 4 PC. Welcome to the party, Jack. Jack gets up, he pulls out that hammer of his, and he just whips it at the hand of the Elemental Lord. I'm going to burn a Jinx point to do that again because I really want him to hit. Jack is not allowed to hit. It bounces off the Lord's hand. Like as it gets there, it starts to melt because of the intense fire energies. Jack is breathing very heavily. So +5 because he would be level 4. So yep, that would be about right. And then I guess roll his reflex save, which should be higher at this point. We'll see. Yeah, he passes. Got a 28. So he passes his reflex for the fire. And that is Jack's turn. Jack's trying to help everyone out. Rain, it's your go.
Okay.
Rain,
I do the fire explosion part again, don't I?
Yes. For 1d, so 5d6, everyone around you in 20 feet, and it's just small Kalodi who is up. Kalodi, please make a reflex save of 26.
Kalodi's dead.
Oh, Kalodi, no, because it's based on your life. You're up. It's up.
Oh, is it?
And Scarlet.
Oh no! Sorry, you're mistaken. The one you're thinking of is when Malvola was a summoner. It was based on my life.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I applied Scarlet's healing to Kalodi also.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah, I did. That's what it was.
Take it.
Because Scarlet healed. She said she wanted to heal everyone, so she did it.
Very well. I will take it. I'm alive. Reflex save. I'm dead.
All right. I don't do that much damage, do
Actually,
I?
it's not that bad.
Fire damage does times 1.5 to Kalodi because he's made of wood.
Oh, that's true. He's very flammable.
Super flammable.
Probably with all those explosives on the inside, that's not a good carrying case.
No, that's true. But, those are controlled explosions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my bees are probably dead.
The bees! Oh, the bees did not make... Oh, the bees.
My poor bees.
All the free honey.
My API.
I feel like that would piss Scarlet off a lot more, knowing that the bees died.
Look, I just be happy I was making an apiary. Like, I tried.
You did try. I'm not mad.
And then ran directly into danger.
I did. I will admit that. I did walk up because I was like, hey, maybe me and Rain can do something cool, like throw it into the river. And nope, it's just going to activate its Iron Man boots, set me on fire just as like a hors d'oeuvre to it just leaving. And then my bees are going to die. So,
yeah.
How much damage do I take from the...
Rain has to roll her 5d6.
I'm sorry about this.
It's okay. I regret nothing. That is
21. 18. No, 18. Sorry, yours is the 21.
Okay, so 18, so that would be 27 to me. So that is 6. All right. Yeah, I'm okay.
He's still up?
I'm alive. I'm alive. Oh my god. I can't believe I made it. Oh, I thought I was a goner from there. Rain, you're... Oh my god. Oh!
Don't look at me!
I didn't see nothing!
And you never will again! No, okay. For my turn, I want to try something.
Sure.
It's gonna be a little weird. I don't know how this is gonna play off with the half dragon thing going on.
Sure.
One of my level 5 spells that I picked up was Elemental Form. I would like to, I guess, partially keeping that dragon form, but partially turn into a water elemental as well. Can I?
So, I will give you, that you will turn into a water elemental.
Yes.
As you do, you're just kind of like, there's a lot of steam everywhere. It's just like scream steam. That is the only way to describe this. Just so you know, you have fire resistance 5. Melee, you have that like wave ability. which is a D12, and that's your melee attack. So you just kind of roll your melee attack. Your attack modifier is a plus 18, and your damage is a plus 9. So when you roll, you just put the plus. It should just work like that.
Okay, add plus 18 to it.
That work?
We can roll with that. That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Sweet. So I am transforming into this water elemental, desperate to save my friends that I am also accidentally murdering as well.
A little bit.
You know, from hot to cold, I'm a little bit of everything today. And I will go ahead and hit with that melee wave attack.
Yes.
That
so
I have.
Roll it.
I'll just add our 18 on. Ah! I will use my reroll, my hero point reroll.
Thank you.
I am not. Why am I having the most unlucky individual today?
Woo!
Okay, it's a 7 plus 18.
Yep, that's a number.
This is the number. 25?
25. Yeah, 25.
Yes.
Let me just double check. I believe, depending, you know what? If you moved there, you'd be flanking with Marvolo, which then allows you to the 2 points that will hit.
Flanking, yes.
Yeah. It's hard because some 5th edition doesn't do flanking, and then this game still does.
Wow.
So sometimes it depends, and if you play with certain GMs, they allow it, but naturally you have flanking in this. So it's a D12 plus 9.
Okay. 13 points of damage then. 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So I'm going to burn all of Malakisis's sin boons that she gave me. Not sin boons, my rerolls.
Yeah.
My jinx points. And I'm going to do something. So 2 things happened that we have to talk about. 1, there was a boar spell that was activated. 2, Scarlet cheated by healing everyone all that life that I worked so hard to kill. So my elemental lord has an ability when it dies, right? It has explosion. When the elemental lord dies, it explodes to dealing a lot of fire damage to each creature. There is a basic reflex save. Now this reflex save is fairly high. It's a 28, and the damage is pretty good. Now here's the problem. It only does it in a 10-foot radius around it. But I have 3 jinx points. So I'm going to burn all 3 to increase the radius by 10 feet for each one. So that gets it to a 40-foot radius around them. So 5, 10. So that gets everyone. Everyone gets it.
I'm horrified, but that's really cool.
So everyone gets it. Rain, you just nuked Terrakintis. You got it.
Yes.
You did the most. This explosion goes up. He dies. You throw this water, this steam into his mouth, blocking his airway, suffocating out the fire that's in his body. And you could see him. He just goes down, right? He goes down. It cracks. The flames go out, and he just cracks and starts to fall apart, reminiscent of Clash of the Titans, when Perseus pulls out the Medusa head and the monster kind of cracks and falls apart. And that's what happens. Terrakintis starts to fall and crack and fall apart. And as the last bit, you see the primordial flame deep within his body that he activated, and it explodes and becomes the most. So everyone in that sphere needs to make a DC 28 reflex save or take 8d6 fire damage.
I regret nothing.
Nothing.
34.
Oh, Rain.
Resistance too.
Rain does the most.
Ah.
Kalodi made it. Yeah, Kalodi.
Oh.
Marvolo, not so much.
Scarlet, you're just so shy of the hit.
Yeah. Scarlet was like right there. Oh, and Nexon. I did promise I wouldn't kill Nexon's character when she wasn't here. So we'll see what happens.
You promised.
I did make that promise. I don't want to have to explain that to Nexon.
You rolled the lowest. You rolled a 1.
Me and Marvolo just failed badly. But 8d6 isn't that bad.
I'm sorry, 8d6s is not that bad.
Not that bad. So that's only 5, and then 3 more. So 34 points of damage, fire damage. Rain, you made the save, so you take
Jared,
half.
You say 8d6, Jared, but you are aware we both rolled natural ones, which are critical failures, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So that's
Yeah.
68 points of damage. Oh, Nexon's fine. Nexon had 108 life. She was never at below 108, so she's only at 68.
Malvolo does has an inspiration, so I am going to use it.
Yes.
Feel like I need it.
Scarlet takes good old 34 points of damage.
On mine, since I also have fire resistance, what does that do to the 17 damage I am taking?
You're immune.
You're immune because of your shield.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, so you take 0. Marvolo, you passed. So you
You're
take
welcome.
half. So 17 points for anyone who passed.
17.
Because I'm a water element. I
Yeah.
have fire resistance.
Yeah, that's it.
Sadly, my 2 guards, the guards that were protecting you, Scarlet, their armor ignites into fire, and they both jump into the water, never to be seen again.
What?
Wait. I got my thing. I've got what I want to use my sloth point on.
Okay.
So here's what I want to do. So what
Okay.
level is Jack now? Is Jack level 4?
He's level 4. I would have to do his numbers, but he should have enough life to survive an explosion if he failed.
Okay, Malvolo is going to attempt something that he's never done before. I want to inscribe Jack's sword with runes.
Okay.
And what I want him to be able to do is what's called a flicker,
Okay.
where he gets to, as an action, flicker into a location, and anyone touching him is simply not at that location for an instant.
Okay.
So that's the ability of his power. And what
I'll
I'd like
take
to
it.
do is
Jack
I'd
will
like
take
to
it.
burn a hero point, not for myself, but ideally for Jack, to rush over to his allies, to his comrades, to the people that
Yes.
he's, probably even trained since they were since they
Yeah.
were originally cadets in the guard houses. And with Malvolo's enchantment, touches onto them and kind of holds them close, like a final moment, like we're all gonna die here.
Yeah.
But then the runes light up, and they just disappear as the flames spread outwards.
Rush over them.
And then 6 seconds later, they're back in the same location.
Okay. All of them, they're confused, just utterly confused. As the explosion kind of rocks everything, the ground itself gets almost eradicated. Everything in this 40-foot sphere is now 10 feet down. It was like a bubble of energy just erupted. Water starts to flow into here, pooling at the feet. And that boss battle meter that we have coming up, we're going to do 2 things. One, I know this isn't like a popular movie, but has anyone seen the 3rd Superman movie? Or the second one, where the 3rd one, where Superman becomes not he splits to good and bad Superman?
I mean,
No? It's a movie. If you ever want to go see it, it's the Christopher Reeves movie, Superman. He splits into 2 halves, the good Superman and the bad Superman. And, well, there's really not much I could say about this. But Dragon Rain splits from normal rain, and you guys now need to deal with Dragon Primordial Rain as your boss battle.
What?
As rain, you kind of explode as this explosion jaunts, forces that elemental primal force of you out. You split into two forms. Now you're that full water elemental, right? Beautiful rain, flowing water powers, and standing before you is this primal, just hunched over, full of rage, draconic rain. Actually, with tiny little wings that let her fly a little bit. And with that, we'll go to our break, our 15-minute potty break. So for those of us who need to use the restroom, get something to drink. I need some more water, so my throat stops hurting. And yeah, when we come back, there's gonna be primordial rain running around, kind of making a mess of things. We'll see how this plays out. And Scarlet, don't forget, Ari, don't forget to buckle up with that. It looks like a seatbelt. Like every time she's like, buckle up. So buckle up and stick around, because when we get back, it's gonna get nuts in here. Okay. Scarlet did it. Scarlet click it. What the fuck?
No, please leave it. Please, I beg.
Got rid.
No.
I got rid.
Ah,
Sorry.
perfect for attacks.
I just went live just to try and show off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He managed to fix it, but he might break it again. Let's see what happens.
I'm probably gonna break it again. So let's trust that. I definitely will.
Please
All right,
happen.
here we go. He's adding the new Dragon
Evil
Rain
Rain.
token.
Oh, I fixed it. I got it fixed.
Ah, dang it.
Dang it.
But
Has
Dragon Rain was pretty epic for like 30
It was.
seconds.
It's very
Where's Dragon Rain? I don't see Dragon Rain.
I don't see Dragon Rain either.
What? Excuse me.
Is it really tiny now? Do we just need to zoom in? And
Oh, there it
Oh,
is.
Dragon Rain's like
Oh, there it is. Okay.
loading
Okay.
second.
Just took a second. There we go. All right.
uh
We're back, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Like, hi everyone.
welcome back. Sorry about that. Dragon Rain is in the mix.
Jack is like a hot silver fox daddy.
Yeah. Yeah,
no
Jack
reason
changed the
at
game.
all.
Can we just pop him up for a moment and all admire?
All right. So we've made Jack.
Jack's a level 4 PC now, thanks to the donations of everyone. Jack has smoldering eyes.
Yeah. Honestly, if you'd given him yellow eyes, he could have been a Witcher.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
man.
true.
Toss a coin to the godsman. No.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Guard
looks like a
guard-
dilf.
Yeah, Jack looks like a
Yeah.
dilf. I'm not even
You're
gonna lie to
almost
you.
describing him as a grandpa, but this
This isn't.
no
this is-
grandpa.
yeah, this Jack changed the game. He killed 2 giants, and this is what happens.
He did. He
Now
did.
everyone knows why it was worth the nat 20 save.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
get an additional ab within each level too? Because you can like see his specs and abs, kind of.
Yeah. Every every giant you kill, you get more abs.
Yep. That's it. Simping for Jack. Jesus Christ.
Simping for Jack. So Jack is a level 4 fighter now. Guard, actually.
Yes.
I built up his character. Thank you very much for your donations. So apparently the running gag is $15 donation gets a level 4 Jack. Jack went from generic NPC to level 4. So thank you for all those donations. And he's now ready to rock. He is a fairly powerful fighter. Actually, he has he can rival some of the people out here. He's got like high abilities.
Mm.
He has a long sword. It's plus 12 now, so it's pretty solid.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So he's kind of ready to rock, and his longsword is magical too. So that's pretty cool. So where we
Yeah, it is.
last
Sorry.
I don't
You
know
set
what's
it up,
happening.
and I had to say something.
That's what she
His
said.
longsword is magical. I'm sorry. I'm stopping. We're gonna keep going. You made it too easy.
It's too easy. Oh, sorry, Weasel Queen. You're right. It's $10. I apologize. That's me making my own mistakes. I thought someone donated 15, and for some reason I thought that was level. So it is $10 to level, and yeah. So Jack's longsword is quite magical. It's huge. Did you not see how big his longsword was in that picture?
Look,
It's
we
got
don't talk about a
huge-
man's longsword, okay? So
It's about how he wields it that matters.
it's true. And he definitely slays with it.
He does.
We're a soft M channel, I swear. I promise.
Well, so last we left off, Marvolo quickly played around with Jack's longsword, giving it a magical capability to allow him to like flicker back and forth between realms. So Jack was able to save his companions as the elemental lord exploded. In that explosion of pure energy, it jaunted Rain into two separate halves. We now have Elemental Fire Dragon Rain and normal Rain played by Becca. This is the boss battle. Rain has 130 hit points plus 10 temporary 20 temporary hit points from her belt of something. Yeah, you got plus 20 hit points. So you have a temp of 20 hit points. So Evil Rain has all that and everything you got. She too has. But she's just full of anger and rage and fire. And Rain, you're an elemental being right now. You're flowing water. So everyone's sitting in this cavern or this hole now. It exploded 10 feet out, fire, brimstone, and thinking you had won against the elemental lord Tekanis. Now that the air clears and all that smoke clears, you now see Rain standing there as well, a liquid Rain, and now you have this like primal energy Rain, and she like lets out a roar that even rivals the mighty dragons that you've seen.
Wow.
Best ever. Best queue up ever, Michael. Yeah, it's Rain, RANNE versus RAIN.
May the better Rain win.
Yes. So with that, you both act on your own initiative. 34, top of the round. Our young dragon having been healed, but also partial, like this dragon's rough, right? The dragon's on like its last leg here. It's sitting at 8 hit points because of Scarlet. What would you like to do, Rain? Good Rain or
Good
positive Rain? Positive Rain.
Right. I'd like to do a melee wave push onto
nice.
Bad Rain.
Naughty Rain. Go.
Yes. And then I get the plus.
Yeah.
18?
All your,
Isn't that what we decided?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have a lot of energy. You reach out with this wave push, and you push her back the natural 20 feet, right?
Yeah, I'd like to
And
push
you
towards
deal-
this edge over here.
Towards the edge, and you deal your 1d12 points of damage.
Cool.
12 plus so 4, so that's 8 points of damage off the top. As she pushes back, you see as the water hits her, steam just rises from her body, and she kind of roars at you with that like primal, like rah, full of fury. You still have 2 more actions as the wave push is only a single action.
Can I don't, as an elemental, do I get some of my typical skills that I have?
Yeah, it's just you,
Really?
but you
Okay.
have like different abilities now.
I want to try to run towards as my action and try to grapple and land in the water with Fire Rain. We're
Fire,
both
okay.
going down. I will let us sink if we have to.
All right, so make a strength check. As per normal, your stuff is still normal. So you have to beat you. So you have
So I have to just roll higher than you.
yeah, you have to roll higher than you. So you have your fortitude is fairly high. It's a 28. That's your fortitude. So you have to beat your athletics has to be the 28.
Okay, I have to beat a 28.
Yeah.
It's a 28.
Oh goodness gracious. Rain, so you take up that position, you rush and you collide, and it's quite epic. The collision as you grapple her, steam shoots everywhere and you drive her back into the water with yourself. Hitting the water, Rain, you actually, it doesn't really hurt you so much. but her body starts to sizzle. Please roll a d6. So the longer she's in here, she will start taking aquatic damage. Doesn't want to be here.
All right. 2 aquatic damage.
Dope. As that happens, the water starts to steam up around her and all that jazz. It's my rain's go. So it's negative rain.
Yep.
Negative rain is going to try and break your check. So again, I have to roll a 28. I'm rolling as rain. So let's see what I get. 32. So she pushes you off, and as soon as she's freed, so that's one action, pushes you off. As soon as she's freed, she kind of drives herself up to the top, and then using a single action, she's going to jump back onto the land, kind of roars at you, and starts to make a beeline for the destroyed bridge, trying to get past everyone. And she is going to, because she wants to get to town. Chaos is her goal. So she's going to have to make an athletics check to get past Nexon. She has to push past Nexon.
Be strong, Nexon.
Well, Nexon. Yeah, she pushes past Nexon and goes. Guard Jack is standing there. Guard Jack is going to make his attack of opportunity because he is a fighter, level 1. Well, as you take a fighter feature, you're actually able to, they get as a standard thing, attack of opportunity. So that's why fighters are pretty dope.
Yeah.
So with his magical longsword, he is going to strike out. See if that hits Rain's AC. 17, 29. Rain, that is 1 point higher than your AC. So Guard Jack could do it.
He hits.
For 5 points, 9 points of damage. As Evil Rain rushes towards the edge of the bridge. As Rain gets to, as Negative Rain, Dragon Rain gets there. She realizes the bridge is out and is going to have to make an action jump, but she ran out of actions and them's the breaks. Red Dragon goes. Red Dragon with 10 hit points stands up and takes to the air and positions itself in front of the party, taking up, like it opens its wings and it's like taking up a defensive, like, I'm going to protect these people. Like, these are my people now. And lets out a frightful roar. It is Nexon's go. Nexon is going to look at you, Rain, and ask if it's okay to attack. She doesn't know what's happening.
Yes!
Right, like that's, like Nexon wouldn't be like, what do I do? Will DC 26. Sorry, that didn't roll it. Okay, 26. So Rain. Ooh, your will is pretty high.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
32. So the Phantom Pain is actually halved because they make their save. So she only takes 4 points of damage, and then Nexon's gonna back up. Because I feel like that's what Nexon would do. There's been a lot of explosion near Nexon. Collodi, you're on the board. Collodi, Marvola, what would you two like to do?
Well, they both kind of share a glance, looking at each other, both having suffered pretty severe burns. Okay. Look, this is not my fight, so I'm going to queue up a couple of things.
Sure.
I'm going to overload Collodi.
Yes.
Collodi's going to move his way and dive into the water.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to explodey Collodi behind Rain to try and create like a tidal wave of water to carry Rain and sort of propel her forward towards the bridge and towards the fire rain.
Fire rain. Yes, purple rain.
Yeah, but what I would like to do with the Explodey Colodi is I'd like to use my healing bomb.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Although I don't know how many times I can do that. Let's see. Doesn't actually have a number of times per day I can use it. Yeah, it doesn't actually have a time on Searing Restoration. I gotta look into that.
Yeah, you could do it. Yeah, you could do it.
Like infinitely? That just seems weird. You know what I mean? All right, but anyway, I'll heal 29 hit points as I and try to launch you forward.
All right. Make a. All right, Rain, you get there.
Cool. That's pretty cool.
All right, so
Yeah,
that
that gets you much closer than you were 5 seconds ago.
Yeah. I'm gonna
right.
flash a thumbs up as I fly forward.
All your life came back.
I'm gonna go heal Nexon as well while I can. Here you go, Nexon. Nexon can heal
Love this.
17 hit points.
Jeez.
That's nice. That's real nice.
17.
And I'm done.
My guards go. Oh, this guy's been in the back this whole time. Get out of here. You left.
And now he's in the front.
Stop. Yeah, he's going to take up a defense. He sees what's coming. He's going to move down to the other side. He's going to take up a defensive position trying to block Rain. So he's going to use an action if Rain tries to get across to grapple her and drop her to the ground. Drop her.
Yeah.
The guards feel emboldened seeing a dragon, and they are going to rush forward and both make single attacks on negative Rain. I don't think these are going to hit because Rain's pretty badass.
I'm sorry.
No. And then. Nope. Sorry. They tried. But guard Jack. He feels emboldened, feeling stronger, as if like he's learned more in these past 2 encounters than he has in his entire life. He grabs his magic sword with both hands and he rushes forward in his power attack stance. And he will make his power attack. 21. Oh, that is not enough to hit Rain. It's okay. It's Scarlet's turn. Scarlet's got this. She literally saved the party 5 seconds ago.
I would like to use Chilling Darkness on Niga Rain.
Nega Rain, yes. Chilling Darkness. 21 against Rain. Would you like to use a hero point to re-roll that?
Yeah, actually, can I use my natural 20?
You may use your natural 20, which is a critical success, which does 5d6 cold damage.
Yes.
For 22 points and 14. I don't know why that comes up as that. That should be good. But so 36 points of damage to Negarain.
Nice.
And you still have one more action. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna heal the dragon a little bit more.
Ooh. For a single action heal, the dragon gets 22 hit points.
Okay.
Nice. Freaking
That's too bad.
what I learned in this combat was I have to kill Scarlet's character way faster. It's top of the initiative. Rain and negative Rain. What would you guys like to do?
Oh gosh. I need to find a way to catch up, but I don't know. 5, 10, 15, 20. I can on this. So I will move up right here. I'm going to try to push her in the water again. Like this feels like my classic. I'm going to go like doing a sliding dive for her feet using that wave push to kind of lock into them and make her trip up on this. That's the goal.
Make
About the evil one, but I felt very
Make a what, Jared?
I'm gonna take myself down to the bottom of this lake.
Apparently, so you're grabbing negative Rain, you're able to drive her into the water with all that steam coming from her. Please make a roll a d6 and add your strength.
Okay. 2, and then my strength is a +4.
All right, so 6 points of damage, and now roll a d6 as the steam starts to erupt around her again for another 3 points of damage as you have her grappled in the water with you until you kind of like fell off into the water. Fire, steam. Negative Rain goes. Negative Rain cannot break the grapple this turn because you rolled a natural 20. So using that, she is going to like rage against you and use her as she opens her mouth, like a light kind of comes from the back of it, and you could see that like this is like almost like an entity of sorts, and then she kind of breathes fire out into your face. So she's just doing your version of produce flame, but she's doing it like a in your face kind of situation. You have resistance 5 to fire, so whatever amount of fire damage I deal to you, you'll be resisting 5 of it. Oh, cool. Actually, before I do anything, I have to do one thing. Okay. I am allowed to do the move. So when you are grappled, this doesn't come up frequently because I usually just try to break it. When you're grappled, you have to roll a flat 5 check to see if you can even do anything, or you just waste your turn.
Oh, yeah, you definitely do something.
Yeah, so it is...
Fair enough.
I hit Rain.
That's true.
That was pretty awesome. I got to roll your attack on you.
Yeah, really. Really awesome.
So it absorbed. See, most of the damage was absorbed by that. Sadly, it's not persistent. So that was one action. And now she's going to use her Flame Tendril, which has a range of 15 feet. And she's going to shoot it up at 5, 10, 15. Guardjack, because Guardjack actually hit her. And she is angry.
That shield is getting its miles.
Yes, it is.
Oof.
Oh
Guardjack takes a massive bolt of fire as Flame Rain decides to do that, and then she starts to cackle and laugh at you as she realizes that like her attacking Jack caused you a little bit of like hesitation.
She found my weakness.
Yeah, the NPC we've been trying to keep alive this whole time. So the dragon kind of like seeing that covers the party with its like literally wings and body, and it's trying to protect this. So all attacks on that group will go into the dragon instead of the party members. Nexon's gonna have to move closer for her spells. So she's gonna get right next to Scarlet. She's gonna make eye contact with you, Scarlet, nodding in approval. And ooh, she is low on spells. Can she cast this? Will it be far enough? I think it's just outside. Yeah, she's gonna have to spend actions to move up. And then she's going to cast this. I'm just gonna cast it on you, Rain. It's not gonna affect you. Well, actually it might. I'm just gonna roll it. So we gotta make a will save. (22). That is a failure. Evil Rain is stunned 1. And that is Nexon go. Nexon use paralyzed. Collodi, Marvolo, it's your go.
Okay. Five, 10, 15, 20. Malvolo walks up to Scarlet. That's some pretty decent magic you have there. I see. Alright. Well, I'm sorry. I will keep running.
Like the terrible
Silent treatment.
Yeah, just
silent treatment
I
for
get
you,
it.
Marvolo.
I get it. Everyone's just looking at Jack. I get it. It's fine.
You shouldn't have made him so good looking.
I know, right? It's just, oh my god. Malvola can't compete anymore. And then I'm going to use Collodi's 2 actions. He's going to swim. He's just going to double move to swim there. And that is all I can do as I make my way up. Please, dragon, let me in. I don't want to die.
Alright. Is that your turn, Marvolo Collodi?
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Okay. The guard's being protected. This guard is going to throw the hammer. 50-50 shot. 1-2 is at Rain. 3-4 is at Evil Rain. The guard's just throwing it. 3-4, Evil Rain.
Okay.
I think that hits Rain's AC, actually.
Yes, it does. No, I have a 28
No,
AC.
you got a 28. You're pretty powerful.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Right now, I also wish I was weaker.
The guards are being protected. Jack is going to pull out his dagger. He's going to throw it at Evil Rain.
Come on.
My dice just went everywhere. There it
More.
goes. 27. Oh, so close. So close, Jack. Jack's dagger hits the water and sinks. Oh, Jack's sad. It was a dagger his friend gave him. But it's Scarlet's go.
Get it, Scarlet. Get it.
You're muted, Scarlet.
Yes, Holy Cascade
Oh!
in the water.
In the water. Okay. You know what?
Like I want to create a maelstrom between the two rains.
The 2 rains. With the primal energy that is there. I see what you want to do, Scarlet. I see you. I like where you're going with this. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to say, combining the primal energies that are here with the fact that we have 2 negative rains, right? Like, so we got rain 1 and rain 2, both of them kind of missing each other. There seems to be a force that is like pulling them together. Besides the fact that rain and fire rain just keep jumping at each other. Fire rain is actually at 70 hit points below her standing. So out of the 130 rain, you guys have done 70 hit points worth of damage to her. So that is a little bit more than half. now Scarlet summons this holy cascade of energy. It's a reflexive save. It's bludgeoning, it's positive, and it's good. Now, I don't think primal rain, like evil, like this rain, we said it was primal, but I don't feel like it's evil. I think it's just a force of nature, right? So, Scarlet, DC 28. I think this might be your lowest check, Rain. Is your reflex is like your lowest. Yeah, Scarlet got it. So 3d6 firstly is 13 plus the positive, which is 17. So as this happens, Scarlet kind of creates storms and jets of water erupts from the ground, from like where you are, Rain. Actually, 23 points. Rain, since you do fall on the good chart, the good damage actually heals you. It helps you.
Oh, sweet.
But negative rain isn't like evil. It's more chaotic, neutral than anything else. So the good doesn't deal 23 points. But what starts to happen is Scarlet is kind of like, she created this like weird situation that like you're in where this energy that's flowing in there, she just added holy magic to it, which is never a great thing, but it's not a bad thing. As now you start to see, remember that.
Yeah, intriguing.
as you start as you start to see, remember very much the Pirates of the Caribbean when at the last one where there's that giant maelstrom. Well, there was like a nuclear explosion that just went off right here. We have a ton of primal energy, and now holy magic and occult magic is being pulled into this.
Oh, God.
And now you start to see, Scarlet, that maelstrom is starting to form, and the clouds start to come over as the fire and the water are mixing, creating all this steam and energy, and it starts to downpour over Sandspoint, putting out the small fires that the dragon originally created. Rain, you can feel this energy tied to this creature, and the two of you kind of like battling each other to stay in control in this water situation. It is the top of the round, Rain. What would you like to do? You're in a maelstrom, a starting of one, and you're here now.
I am in this process of grappling myself. I'm horrified at how I see myself. It's this version of me that I feel like in many ways had been contained, like very wild, intense, and Rain in all of her nature has always tried to be calm and pulled back, reserved, and so it frightens her. She's a mix of scared, horrified, and even embarrassed that others may see her like this in her likeness. I want to not being able to come to terms with this. I want to try to almost strangle myself in this space. It terrifies me.
Okay. Make your water checks.
Okay. It's our D20, right? First, or
yeah,
is
your
it, you
D20 plus your, what was it?
Okay.
Plus 19.
Yeah, 18.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that will hit your AC. So you do hit. So roll damage plus your strength.
All right,
And
that's
I think your
8.
strength is 5. So that's
4. I think let me triple check that. 4.
Oh, okay.
Or my athletics
8.
says it's 4. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm just going to yell, "You can't be like this."
And it, as you yell that, it just screams back at you, like in a primal rage. You have one more action, and you're driving this. Remember, that's another 10 feet down, so you're driving you underwater. So Scarlet, and Nexon would have seen this, but so Scarlet, as you're looking out over the water, as Rain is pushing her down more, that maelstrom that you created of holy energies is now getting stronger as this primal force is being driven into its heart. Go ahead, Rain. Do your thing.
It just kind of hit me how horrifying this is to have to strangle yourself. Like,
Yeah, it's
really
nightmare fuel.
Yeah. This is going to really shake Rain up a bit. In this, as she's going through and she's seeing this fight in her eyes, I'll be honest, I'm struggling to think like how Rain would actually react to that. Like there's a really weird mix of emotions of just wanting to back out of it entirely, but also jealousy of that, of having that rage, of having that. And that's going to win out. That's going to win out. Wanting to be that, to have that strength, that it's not fair that this version of her is winning out, that it continues to escape her. She wants to be the one in control this time. She wants to make sure that she has this. She's going to lock Antlers with her and drive her further down underwater. This may also probably eventually incur damage on myself. Because I can't hold my breath that long.
Yeah. All right, roll a d20. $22. Not terribly enough. You drive each other down deeper into the water, but with the additional damage of the closing of this, like the maelstrom, and this is a fire elemental in water, right? Roll a d6.
Four.
Yep.
I'm just going to be screaming at her this entire time as I try to spiral us downward.
As you're screaming and spiraling downwards, trying to figure out like what's happening, this anger, this rage, the creature in front of you opens its mouth one last time and full of anger and screams. And as it does, you can see there's like no humanity, Alcesanity. I'm not sure how you would say it. Yeah. But nothing that gives spark of life. This was just a primordial switch. And as it lets go of that energy, as it releases itself to the forces, you see like it starts to erupt and fire just starts to shoot out of the water. Well, steam, just large explosions of water, gouts of water fly all out from underneath you, Rain, and all over the party out on land. And as everyone like looks around, Rain, you see the creature before you start to kind of come to pieces. And finally, as your horns are locked in, there seems to be a tranquility that comes over its eyes. And at first it looks like it's going to gouge you in the face, and then it just hugs you. And then it dissipates. And evil nega primordial Rain stops. But on the inside, Rain, you feel like something's off. And suddenly you're drowning. You're no longer connected to that elemental plane. You shift back to yourself as being in the water didn't matter because you were a water elemental, but you automatically shift back to yourself. Now stuck in the maelstrom, swirling chaotic waters that have been created by Ari, Scarlet, and yourself, this primal energies. You're going down, you're deep into water, and that is Michael has his hands up. Michael, what do you think?
As Rain is sucked down into the maelstrom, from the swirling vortex, a wooden clacking hand reaches down to try and grab you, with like a charcoal burnt kind of face and body. The puppet Kalodi is reaching down to try and grab you and take your hand.
She sees that at first, and she's initially allowing herself to get swept away in this maelstrom, and there's a thought that really crosses her mind that she shouldn't be with you all, as she's come to terms with the monster that she is. She'll see your face kind of reflecting through all of this, and it breaks her heart because she doesn't really want to let go. I guess out of selfish instinct, she'll reach up and grab your hand.
As soon as the hands are clasped, Kalodi begins to shift, his body kind of opening up, releasing kind of these compartments from within, as his body shapeshifts and transforms into floaty Kalodi, and begins to rise as a buoy to the surface, while still clutching on terrain. On the bottom side of the raft, you can actually see the burn marks, obviously many of which were caused by the battle with the giant, but some still caused by the explosions of Rain's rage and anger. As he breaches the water in the maelstrom, Kalodi is going to kind of just sort of get swept up, and with Rain, if possible, I'd like Malvolo to have worked with Nexon in order to get some ropes and have every single one of the guards kind of throwing out ropes towards them to try and get them and pull them out of the maelstrom.
As you see Rain kind of breach this water with you, back into her form, she's very different at this point. These actions transforming her. Her hair bleached white, drained of the bright colors that it was before, and her horns now almost malformed, manipulated, destroyed in many ways. Just not the same beauty and naturalness that it had before she had gone through this. And she'll grab tightly to Kalodi, almost afraid to let go at this point, now realizing that she's holding on, and she doesn't really think she deserves of this, but she just doesn't want to let go.
As the guards are kind of pulling in, Scarlet standing over them, her bees go out from her and start to like go around everyone, creating a shield of holy energy, keeping the storm as it is pulling deeper, like it's trying to yank floaty Kalodi down. This maelstrom seems to have a life of its own, a want or a drive, and it's pulling, but Scarlet putting out that energy, trying to keep you all safe. And the last thing you see is the dragon's claw reaching out and roaring and pulling floaty Kalodi up into its claws and dragging you closer to the land, and the wings coming over and trying to protect everyone from this storm. And that is where we will end it for today. I want to say thank you very much to everyone playing. I want to say thank you very much to everyone listening here on Michael, the Dead Aussie Gamer channel. I hope we all had fun. And you could see what happens next week on Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you guys got to figure that out where it is on your time zone. But we'll be here, ready to play and having a blast. I want to say thank you very much to our chat. You guys are awesome. Jack, the level 4 fighter. You guys did the most to keep that man alive. Really throwing hero points and coins at him, giving him rerolls. I now made Jack. I actually have to figure out how to run him. Jack's an important NPC. He's not an NPC, he's a player character now. So we'll figure that out. I want to say thank you very much to our sponsors, Hero Forge. All those cool miniatures that we have that pop up, all done on the Hero Forge machine. Michael does this wonderful show where he teaches you he is like Bob Ross of Hero Forge. That is the best way to put it. He is the Bob Ross of Hero Forge. I want to say thank you very much to our virtual tabletop group, Fantasy Grounds, for allowing us to use this engine. It's a really fun engine. Once you get used to it, it's very intuitive. But that's like everything else. It's like driving a car. So, and of course, Sirenscape for that really emotional music, Michael. Thank you very much for that. That was killer in the background. That was awesome. But I am done rambling. My throat is dry and itchy because I'm a good bard and I don't really take breaths between what I'm doing. So I'm going to toss it over to my amazing players where you can find them when they're not here. And Becca is our first and upcoming. I'm sorry to put you through an emotional turmoil and then have you be like, this is where you can find me. So
hey, if you want to see me cry other places, no, this was an amazing session. Thank you so much, Jared, for this. Yes. So I'm Becca Godsey, ex Caustic Phoenix, here on Twitch. If you want to catch more tonight, also if you want to see more D&D, especially D&D PvP, we'll be over at D20 Deathmatch here on Twitch, and you can also find us all over on socials. We've got Dreaded GM and also Tales of Pesh duking it out. I don't know who's gonna win. I will not be taking bets because we're not allowed to do that here on Twitch. But you can make your own bets mentally, and just let us know if you were right at the end. So that'll be fun. And of course, we just do fun, awesome stories over on my channel. So I hope you come join us.
Awesome. And also, Becca, amazing role playing as always. You're an inspiration. Hi, I'm Ari. You can find my webcomic on Instagram. It comes out every Monday on Insta and Webtoon. It's about Witch and Her Dragon. Go check it out.
And hi guys, my name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here almost every day of the week. Playing games, talking RPG stuff, messing about on Hero Forge, all the kind of amazing stuff. For the next 18 days, we are doing a fundraiser. Not to be confused with a fundraiser. We're doing a fundraiser where we are raising money to try and get my face on the studio wall over in New Zealand at the Viva the Dirt League studio, which is coming up just to troll my good friend Robert Hartley, GM, who is the GM over there at the VLDL channel, so that every day he has to go to work, he has to look at my face. So if you want to help me troll Rob in the hardest way and prove to him once and for all that we are the biggest trolls, then yes, please, by all means, donate. We are currently at, what's our donation at? We are at $1,203.67. We are 17% of the way already in week 1. So he should be worried. He should be worried. We're gonna get there, guys. Mm-hmm. We're gonna get there. Mm-hmm. Nail it.
I have a legitimate question, Michael. How did you get change? Who was like, here is pennies? I obviously all donations are appreciated.
Look, I'm not gonna lie.
But
I'm not gonna
lie. I didn't know you could.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. We have members of our community who pride themselves of trying to get us to that 0.69, because whenever we have the 69.69, it's always a nice or a nice.
Yeah, I get it. But yes, I'm your host, GM Jared from Nothing Ventured, Nothing Gained, podcast and active live play. You can find me on my webpage, where we have links to our YouTube channel and stuff like that. It's nbngpodcast.com. Super easy. Go there, click on links. But I also have to say this, Ari, I have a question. Why is the witch mad at everyone? She ripped up the picture. That hurt my heart. Right in the feels. You're killing me.
It's necessary for tomorrow's chapter.
Oh, see, you
Sorry.
got me. I can't handle all this emotion. We gotta go and stuff with Becca. Now I have to wait for tomorrow. Oh my god, you're killing me, Ari. You
That
guys are
was
killing
really
me.
sad.
Yeah, it was super sad. I was like, what's happening?
The
Yeah.
comic is usually so wholesome that I gotta sprinkle some sad, some feels here and there. So
I love it. Thank you, Ari, for all your hard work. And thank you very much, Becca and Michael. Becca, thank you for role playing with me and allowing me to do this stuff. And Michael, thank you for allowing me the chance to, be on your channel and run you guys through such an amazing game. It is a privilege and an honor. But I will toss it over to you because I am done talking.
Awesome. I'd also like to take a moment to thank Jared for always being a wonderful GM and helping us facilitate the best roleplay that we have. It is an absolute privilege to go through this game with you, my friend. And now that we are in book 4 of the book 6 campaign, all I can say is that I'm loving every second of it as much as I was enjoying the first episode. So thank you very much, man. Like, it's awesome. Now, however, guys, as always, we do like to share the love, so we're going to go and raid our friend Time Lord's wife over on her channel. She is a wonderful and avid role player, and she's currently playing some D&D. So we're going to go and share some love, throw out all of the lovely emotes that you have in chat, whether they're heart emotes, whether they're raid emotes. Throw everything you can and share the love, because we here promote excellent gaming, good mental health, and of course supporting one another. So till we meet again, as always, guys, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Bye, folks. Woo!